Welcome back, everyone, to the HyprActive podcast, Just Talk. I am your host, Ethan, and as usual, I'm joined by the bros, starting with...
Moses, a.k.a. King Moses.
Did you get your name or something?
No, bro, I didn't know you were going to pass
He
it
always
to
says,
me.
No.
Because I... Whatever, bro. Move, like, damn.
Divine, a.k.a. Kid Veli.
Deshaun.
Do you want your UPS, John? With your full name?
He does not care, bro.
Who cares?
I'm just asking, like, you got
With
your
his
name
full
tag
name,
on
like,
this?
he did dox
Full
himself,
government.
He literally just
Yeah,
said
I mean,
Deshaun.
this is out in public regardless. Like, what do you want me to do?
You got a point.
Never mind.
I guess you got a
My
point.
name is Deshaun, and when people come in, they see the last name too. Like, what else you want me to do, bro?
They're going to boom you. They're going to say, you Deshaun.
He's that Deshaun ass nigga.
They're gonna find out your last names too eventually.
Deshaun.
You know how this shit works?
Mine is on my Instagram, so I mean,
Because like you'll be on Google, you know how like you search your name,
yeah.
be like Belize, aka something something, or
Yeah,
you know what I mean, like Dubstep Boy, aka Ethan.
Whatever your
That'd be
last
crazy
name
if that
is.
pops up.
It would be crazy.
If I
How would
go
y'all
Wiki-
feel if you looked yourselves up and you just see like a whole Wikipedia about you?
I don't
Have
know
you
how I
never
feel about
typed in your name?
Yeah, and
I
there's
have
a lot
before.
of black people named Deshaun, so it's hard to find me, bro.
Well, you type in my name with my first and last, and literally a picture from like 5th grade of me playing football against Maple Grove pops up.
Well, I
Like,
put Deshaun,
For me.
and my last name is like Deshaun Jackson. Is the first thing that pops up. It's like, it's a
yeah, I can
football
see that.
player with a
Yeah,
smile on his face. I'm
yeah.
like, that is not me.
You know? It's just wild.
But like, what if like your name was up there? Like, how would y'all
If I had a
react?
whole wiki page for me, I would have mixed feelings about that.
Because someone typed it up.
Someone had it at the time.
Someone was looking at
I
research.
know it wasn't any.
Like for me, like if I see it, I'll read it, but let's see, like you know
Yeah, I
how
would-
much like fake
check
information.
them.
Yeah, just fact check. That's all. I
So
wouldn't
you would
care.
be the one editing it.
I wouldn't say anything. I would just be like,
actually-
"Oh, that's not right," but you know, type shit. You know?
Yeah, no, I would like to see what they had to say.
Yeah, I'll see what they say, but
I just know
won't.
everything they say about me is wrong, so don't look me up, please.
You don't even know me for real.
So please.
Well, as you guys might have saw from that last pod, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
Yeah, it sucks. The NBA final starts tonight, so hopefully we can stop talking about it and move on. Anyways, I got a topic. I want to talk
Yeah.
about
That, I
today.
guess.
Because he was like the first one that says
I
something
got
crazy
a
to get it. It's like, I
topic.
hate
I
when Minnesota
got a
take that we're gonna
topic
lose.
I
Da, 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 da.
wanna talk about today. So,
It was a wash.
let me tell you, dude. Like, why y'all niggas talking about the game? Like, we all
It
saw it.
happened, bro.
Yeah, I
we
get
had to we
it.
literally cut the last pod short and never came back.
Yeah, never came back because it was embarrassing.
We have to
Yes,
address
bro.
it. We
Yeah,
have
you have to
go.
say
a little
something.
bit.
We lost. Look it up.
They threw super hard.
Expected.
I watched that
Damn. Like, what do you want me to say, bro?
Just
Moving on.
apologize to all the dabs.
Yo, I apologize to all the fake spawns that spawned out of nowhere, Dallas. Yo, y'all got great game.
Fake spawn.
You know what I'm saying? Next year, like,
It's a fake spot.
anyways,
NPC Dallas.
my
Maverick
topic
fans.
is lit, so let's get straight into
Sure,
it.
bro. Yeah.
And
Highlights
just
of the
how-
week.
Oh
Well,
yeah,
I guess
that's
we should
right.
do
Yeah,
that.
I.
You
Yeah,
go
we
first.
can't
This
skip
nigga's
it.
moving
Part of
way
every
too
scene.
fast.
Way too
Like,
fast.
Damn.
You must be really
Are you
hungry.
sure you
I was
want,
parting the scene,
That
bro.
ass.
you actually want to start with me? Or you,
Yeah, start with you,
I pointed
man.
at you.
You're a host.
I would say my high of the week isn't necessarily something that's happened yet, but it's something that will, in the sense that I have like a whole, it's another magic related thing, my bad, bro. But I have,
No, but like, what do you want me? I don't care. It's okay.
I know, I just feel like you're tired of me.
I'm not gonna lie, it is like your 5th week in a row where the
right?
magic was your
It's okay.
highlight.
And they
It's
get locked
okay.
in.
That nigga's excited.
It's
I
fair.
can't help it, but like
It's fair,
I
it's fair,
have
it's
a new commander deck like ready to be bought up and like put together and everything like that. I'm just excited to play it. Obviously, it hasn't happened yet. I haven't bought any of the cards. I'm kind of broke, so I can't get the cards yet.
That's right.
But it's even cheap, so that's gonna be fun. It's just a fun deck in general. It's not gonna be good. You guys are probably gonna trash me, but like
Fun decks are always fun decks, regardless.
exactly.
yeah.
It'll be entertaining. It's unique too, which I like. I know it's no one else is gonna be playing with anything like it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I had something else, but I forgot it. So that's gonna be it.
Respect. Respect. Shit. I don't know. I mean, I'll keep everything under wraps, but I got a lot of everything's looking good. You know, a good plan going, and we're executing it, as Duke Dennis would say. We're executing the game plan, and I'll come back to you guys on it. But I'm excited about it, and I'm happy about it. So, yeah.
Cool.
Good shit.
My high would be, I guess today I bought a new chair
I saw
for
that.
my
I
thing.
saw
So now I need
Oh yeah,
to-
where'd you buy it from?
I got it off the TikTok shop.
Repeat it one more time. I didn't hear.
Bro, I got it from the TikTok
Oh,
shop.
okay. I just didn't hear. I thought you said like Secret Labs.
We're not sponsored.
The worst part about that is that this nigga came in my room and I told him. So it's not the first time I told this nigga. He just want to be a dickhead. Like he
definitely came in the house.
I said, what the fuck? I'm like, nigga, you bought it from what? Like I already made a whole deal about it.
It was my first. It's my first time ever buying it or buying something from there. I honestly won't be like buying a lot of things from there already.
I mean, if it's clean, it's clean.
it was like,
Alright.
but so far from first experience, it was pretty good. I bought it on Monday and it came today, so I mean, it was
Damn,
pretty
that
quick.
Okay.
It was pretty quick, so I was like, damn, okay, that's cool. So I'm gonna assemble
So-
it. It feels pretty comfortable so far.
It does look good. It looks
So-
You
good.
have to give like a solid review.
Yeah, I'll give a review.
I was gonna say TikTok, the shop is actually blowing up right now.
It's like borderline, like on par with Amazon, like in
Yeah.
terms of like.
It's getting there.
Yeah.
Because
It does have a lot.
Bro, I was gonna ask you, what would you rate like dealing with not Tmall, sorry, but like the TikTok shop and all that stuff? What would you rate the whole experience? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, I haven't bought anything, but I keep getting recommended these like berserk like shirts and shorts, nigga, and I'm like,
They look clean. Like,
they look clean. The issue is it gives me like Temu vibes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
it's
that's,
like-
that's
I don't.
and that's exactly.
Yeah,
That's facts.
exactly.
That's facts. That's why I'm always iffy on it.
And
But
like-
I mean, again, if it's like $5, it's $5, man.
Yeah,
true.
that's why I was
But-
so hesitant about it. But from my personal experience, now that I have it and everything was pretty quick. I got constant notifications about it. You get a tracking number so you can see exactly where it is and where it's going. Like I just said, it got delivered very quickly.
Yeah,
no
that
problems at all. And it wasn't even like the chair was like $100, you know, and it was chilling. It seemed like a really comfortable chair. It was what I wanted, you know. It has like a recliner, has like a little seat thing.
It looks
it's chilling.
it looks like a Secret Lab chair.
Yeah,
for everybody to
Yeah,
want to
and
look at it.
Yeah, it's chilling. Like the quality feels pretty good. Like it's comfortable. So far, it's pretty solid. Like, and I had no issues. Got here perfectly fine. No, you know what I mean?
I mean, hey, if there's no complaints, no complaints.
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah.
There's a bunch of young kids making a ton of money off of that shit right now.
True.
Because what they'll do is that they'll get paid to promote a whatever product. Oh, yeah, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they'll
Yeah.
promote it and they'll put it on their own channel. And then, like, whoever buys it, you get a certain commission from it. And, like, you can spam videos on TikTok, and all it takes is one to get, like, 10K views. And
And
let's say,
someone, yeah.
30 people bought it. You get a percentage of how much it...
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you just keep
It's a
spamming those
business.
promotions.
It
you know
turns
what I
into a
mean?
business.
Yeah, so it's like they're doing their thing, but bad timing. TikTok might be banned soon. I don't know why y'all still making business on that thing. You might want to start rethinking different platforms. Just saying,
Yeah, but
you know.
but yeah, so far pretty good. Though I guess that's my high. I guess Magic related. I have my full deck pretty much complete, and I want to play it, but I gotta figure out a good time for all of us to play. But
Oh yeah.
I need to test it out for sure. I did get a table simulator or whatever it's called, tabletop.
Simulator.
Yeah, and I tried it and I figured out how to like get my deck on it. So if you want to do that, we can do that.
Yeah, no, I need to figure out how to do that. So I tried going back to the one site you sent me, and that shit just does not want to work now for some reason. So I think I have to I tried going to like the site directly, so maybe I just have to look it up and then go to like Google or something like that.
No.
It's weird though.
Yeah. So that's my high. Pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right.
My high is I started streaming again. You know what I'm saying? I've been streaming Elden Ring since Sunday. I just basically said, all right, I'm gonna play Elden Ring again and beat it again before the DLC comes out because it comes on the 21st. Trying a different build, exploring a little bit more, and I'm very much enjoying it. I've been consistent. It's been fun to play the game again because there's a ton of shit that I have never seen before. Just knowing how Elden Ring goes, and yeah, I'd say that's my high. Link is in the description. I'm _Deshaun on Twitch. I try to keep it at 4:30 Central Time. As try to keep it as consistent as possible. Weekends are a little iffy because those are usually packed with family or outside of video games, trying to hang out with friends and stuff like that. So, but Monday through Friday, expect 4:30, except for Thursdays, because we do the pod. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my highlight.
What do you run in Elden Ring, like class-wise right now?
Okay, so originally I was doing a fist build, where I literally only just use my fist.
Launching?
Yeah, because a coworker said it's fun, and so far it was doing me wonders. I got this like crazy, they're like iron balls in my hand, paws, and I just be like the speed is crazy, like it's like a little Mac build. That's perfect for you, bitch. I'm being so serious. And then I was doing a specific quest line that killed this wolf dude. I forget his name, but he had a crazy armor set and he got a crazy sword. Damn near looks like Guts from Berserk. Now, speaking of, every night Moses has been streaming it for us to watch the old episodes of him, and it got me reading the manga again, and I'm addicted to it. So I low key switched my build, I think yesterday, to basically a great sword on my shoulder with this crazy cape looking, and the armor's sick, and then so that's what I'm doing right now. And
That's pretty sick.
yeah, but if it doesn't do justice, I'll just go back to the fist. It's not that hard to do.
Both kind of strength related, so
Yeah,
makes sense.
exactly. Strength and dex for both, basically.
Yeah, all right.
Cool.
All right, bro.
So
What
what's
was that
your
topic?
yeah,
you're
what's your
hyping
topic?
Oh
up?
yeah, I forgot.
Now you
What do you
forgot.
mean
You forgot.
bro?
No, I remember.
heat.
My topic is heat. So like, I just wanted y'all niggas to stop talking about that shit.
Oh my.
Anyway,
What about
no,
what?
but my topic is good. Anyways,
Yo, so you remember like the Timberwolves?
I went into this nigga's stove, right?
He didn't do shit, by the way. Like, let's not get it twisted. If anything, I told him to stop touching my stuff in front of my owner and everything. And he
Whoa.
That's why I was about to get that shit booming, bitch. No, I'm playing. I'm playing. The topic is, I don't know. I think PlayStation announced it, but it was all over Twitter. The PSP 3 is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And the good thing about it, or the great thing about it, is every PS4 game is going to be on it. And then some...
Like, release stock?
Well, no. I mean, I don't know what they're going to fucking do with games. But, like, I'm saying, like, power-wise, like, graphics, all that stuff. Like, it's going to
PS4
run
level?
PS4 games. Like, all the PS4's inventory it would run.
All
But,
of them?
yes.
Like, are they saying all?
They
Like,
said all games.
they're not going to just select a few and some of them
They-
will come in there later and
Getting God
They-
of War.
I mean, I don't know, but that's just what the picture said and everything. It was like posted everywhere. Everybody was talking about it.
That's
so
the
I'm pretty
handheld
sure-
one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ah.
So that's why it's a big ass deal. And on top of that, they said some PS5 games will be playable on there.
I
Which-
said handheld, of course. I'm talking about, like it's a flat screen.
Yes,
With the
like,
two,
with the two.
Yeah.
it would be
things
like the
outside.
controller
Like the Switch.
handles.
No,
Check the Switch.
No, it's not that.
It was,
no,
isn't it
it's the
usually
PSP. Remember the PSP?
Yeah.
From
Oh,
back
but
then?
it looks exactly like that still.
I mean, I don't know.
I thought
if
they
it
were
was-
releasing.
I don't know if it was
remember where
altered.
like it literally looked like a
tablet?
a PlayStation 5 controller, but it like extended
No, that's not the.
and it had like the
They
the
still
bricks
released
of
that.
it. Oh,
Yeah,
okay, so
but
that's not it,
you
though?
plug in your phone in the middle.
Oh, that's what that is. I thought that was an actual screen. I didn't know that was a phone.
I mean, maybe it might be a screen, but all I've been.
I thought
seeing
that
is
was the
phones.
PS3.
No,
Anyway, sorry.
but yeah,
I was
no,
trying to imagine what it looked like.
No, PSP is like the old, little like.
I know the old one.
Yeah,
Does it look
yeah.
similar to that, basically? Or?
I think by the picture it kind of does. I mean, it did look a little altered or whatever, but I just want to get your guys' opinion on. Do you think the PSP was ahead of its time?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So why do you think it failed?
That's hard to say. I
Um.
think it's because of other handhelds at the time kind of competing with it.
I guess at the
No.
time. No, I think
Let's
honestly,
say
I think
something
more
like the
people.
DS.
Like the DS Lite. and
Oh,
stuff
yeah, you're
like
right.
that.
You're right. The DS actually fucked that shit up.
Yeah, everyone was crazy with the DS Lite and shit. I'm specifically saying the light one.
Probably
because
because of
that's one I remember
Pokemon
the most.
though. That was really.
No, just DS in
Yeah,
general.
DS in general,
Well,
but
DS
Pokemon
in
was.
general, but if you think about it, at the same time, a lot of people were playing like what was it, PS3 at the time and all that stuff, and literally the PSP was playing PS3 games. Like it was the PS3 but portable.
I feel like it was
This
just more
is
convenient.
true.
I think it's just more convenient because if people had PS3, they would just go home and play on PS3. You know what I mean?
But that's what was so good about it. That's why it's so advanced. Because you could play with you could play your PS3 with your PSP as a controller, or you can like play your game on the PS3 and be like, oh, I gotta go. You can have it literally sync to the thing and literally walk out the door and keep playing.
I probably have a few reasons. One, price. It's probably because of how expensive it was, and then two, it probably wasn't like it didn't look Because I'm not gonna lie to you, the DS dominated in that field at the time, and I feel like the DS catered to the kid audience, and the PSP didn't really do that as much. I feel like they didn't push it hard enough, and it just seemed like the DS was kid friendly, and why it sold so much compared to the PSP. Now, you're not wrong. That shit was advanced because that shit was playing things that it damn near looked exactly the same. I remember playing the original God of War.
Dude.
On the PSP, and I was like, wow, it looks exactly like how I would play on the screen.
Nigga.
But I went straight back to my DS like I you know what I mean?
That's the crazy. It literally is because of that. Because I feel like our generation or whatever, like our group of kids is like the technology, gaming, yada yada. Because that's when like gaming really shot up for us. Like graphics look more real every fucking year. It's like how, nigga? Like how can you make it look even more real? But
yeah, it's just the Apple version
of
mobile at the time. You know what I mean? Where Apple is just a popular thing. Because, again, PSP, advanced. Don't get me wrong. Let's think about a whole other side of the market, though. Because, you know, the video game market is dominated by males. You know the DS had a market for girls, too, though. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just guys playing the DS. I had plenty of sisters and I had plenty of cousins that were girls that also had a DS. They had never once thought about a PSP though. You know what I mean? I feel like it was like young. It was like college kids and maybe like younger adults are getting PSPs. But you know, like video games at the time were so marketed towards kids, younger kids that like that was just a more attractive thing.
And that's why that's why I say our generation is like because like as kids it's like that, but as it keeps going on, I feel like, for example, the Switch. I feel like the Switch probably, I don't know. Would you feel like the Switch would eat it up back then if it came out same time as PSP?
Ooh,
yeah.
That's really hard to say. But like if you're saying, well, I mean, how do you really?
If the Switch came out compared to the PSP,
that's no contest. But you have to like, how do you want to necessarily compare it? Like, are we saying like if the Switch had a version of it at the time, so that means it had the same graphical compatibility?
Yeah. I'm not saying it's gonna look like as good as right now, like with this shit and everything.
I'm honestly, I don't think the Switch would be as popular.
I disagree. Because people is like, oh, I have a Switch, right? I have a PlayStation 3 console, and then I have a PSP. I have a Switch and a Switch. Switch in my hand, Switch on my TV. That would be like, at its time, what the fuck? And everybody's gravitating towards that.
Well, you would think the same with the PSP. The PSP was pretty much that. It's like, oh, I mean, obviously, yada yada.
Beyond that technology of having two different consoles, like, yeah, you can play the PSP in your hand, but I could put the Switch on a base, and now I'm playing.
I get that, but then also you got to compare it like with the market thing. You got to look at it as all blah 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 angles. Well, if because Nintendo also had what at the time? Was it the Wii? Were they still rocking the Wii?
When was the
Wii
PSP like?
I think the PSP was out when like the DSi was out. I don't think it was their original DS. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up. I'm actually gonna
look it up.
Because it was old, but I don't feel like it was that old.
I wasn't even in middle school yet.
Really?
Yeah.
See, and that's another thing.
Game Boy came out when I was in elementary school, though.
See, that's the thing, though. If that's the case, then we all know, because if the DS came out way before, well, not way before, but a couple years before the PSP, then of course they're going to dominate, because they already saturated the market with it. Like, who wants to get another handheld when they already have one to begin with?
And on top of that, I was just thinking, like, obviously the games that was coming out at our age, we were only realistically playing Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Bakugan.
Yeah. Whoa, the PSP and the
like we were
playing. The DS came out the same year. The first version,
but
that's the first version of the PSP, so it wasn't the same.
What's the first version of the DS?
It comes down to marketing.
That's facts.
That's down to marketing in that case.
But I guess then I have to change what I'm saying with the PSP, because I don't think the first PSP was able to do the, multi thing with the PS3, and then you can switch and go.
Plus, I mean, even
because it was like early market. That's when they had the CDs. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
That's when they had the fucking fat ass CDs on the back that you like. So
earlier version compared to early version DS, the DS obviously wipes, because there's a little chip right off the jump.
That's true.
I think
A
that
flip
actually-
screen, it makes that ding, like everybody loved that shit.
I think that.
I mean,
actually
it was just
affected
for
the-
kids.
the shit down the line too,
It was
because you
just
had
for
the
kids.
DS do really good off jump and the PSP not as good. So that means later
Yeah,
down the line,
so-
it's not going to do as good just because of the not prerequisite. What am I thinking of? I don't know. The notion that the PSP just isn't as good is already there.
Yeah.
So people are not willing.
Bad
to do it as
releases,
much.
it's hard to get back to.
See, but then that's kind of like the next thing I'll ask is like, the DS kept going. It made like what, DSi, DS XL, DS like 3DS, blah
3D.
blah blah blah. Like that shit popped when it first came out for a second, and then just like I remember nobody was talking.
It got stale.
It got stale, right? But again, I would have to look it up
As
to make
Nintendo
sure.
does, they milk the shit out of everything.
Right. But then I think that was when the PS Vita came out. And that's when I know like all the fancy ass shit that you can do. And it even had like a touchscreen on the why you had to stare at the bottle like that? But like even had like the little touchscreen on the back of it, like the back to like do even extra shit. Why do you think it's just because the DS had all that motion?
I think it was too little, too late.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
it's too late. At that point, like it's not innovative enough to be like, oh, I'm gonna spend a couple $100s on something that's handheld when I've already spent that much money on 3 different.
When did that come out?
That's true.
Yeah, when did
What,
the
that
Vita
PS
come out?
Vita?
Yeah.
Here, I'll have to
Because
look it up.
if it's around the time where Black Ops 2 and Call of Duty, that everyone's
like,
playing Xbox.
Again, like I was saying, remember the first version of the PSP versus the first version of the Switch. The Switch is winning.
Technically speaking, the first version of the Switch would be the Wii U, and that shit bombed. That shit did not do good.
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the Switch.
Well, I know, but that's
It's
what
a
I'm
two
saying.
different
That's
Wii
what I'm
U
saying
and-
though. Is like their initial attempt at something like that was the Wii U. Like that was their first attempt at like, oh, game on TV, game on tiny screen in your hands.
Okay.
That was their first like attempt at that.
Okay.
Other than the DS, obviously.
Sorry to interrupt, but I just have to get this information out really
No,
fast.
you're good.
So the 3DS, I looked up. The 3DS came out in 2011, but then the PS Vita. The PS Vita came out in 2011 as well.
Really?
Yeah.
But again, like there's
It's-
already like
Yeah.
it's too late.
And plus,
That's
the
true.
3DS had the function of 3D.
And also,
People fucked with that.
Yeah, people.
It was
fucked with
yeah.
that.
I mean,
I don't know. You guys say that, but like every kid I talked to and even had one, they did not fuck
It
with
was the
3D.
idea that it
like
could be really
everybody
cool.
turned that shit off. Even when I would walk
Well, yeah,
by it
'cause
at Target every single time, because I would always be like, "Well, let me see it." That shit would always be turned off. Like nobody wanted to play that shit with that
90%
on.
of the time when you're trying to play it, it's like you got to keep your head in the right position to do it, and you have to keep still. And then all while you're doing that, it's gonna give you a headache over time.
That shit definitely gives you a headache.
But it was the appeal of the fact that you could have 3D in general. That's what like everyone fucked with.
Yeah.
It was the fact that you could have that. So how is the Vita supposed to really compete with the idea of actual
exactly
3D?
because it's not innovative enough. Like sure, it's like better graphics, more storage, stuff, basic stuff. Like it's basically releasing an iPhone at that point. Like it's the same thing. Like
Yeah, they upgraded everything. They made the games little chips. They gave them big ass storages. Made the touchpad. They made them thicker
yeah, but when
for
you
people. They
hear
made-
like a new
like,
technology, of course people are
Oh,
gonna try the
man.
new version.
Dude.
No one wants a PSP Vita when they was like, oh, it's just another version of PSP, just a little bit better. But the 3DS, look at the functionality on it. It's crazy.
Look at all these.
I'm not gonna
Even though
lie
it's
to you.
ass, I'm still gonna buy it and try it.
I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. When that PSP3 comes out, I'm gonna cop that so fast, bro.
Yeah, honestly,
I am
now's
so
the
excited
time for them to
it.
really come back from all that. Mostly because we're not getting another Switch, so we're not getting really anything from Nintendo.
They're getting.
Like
The
I
two-
thought-
they're getting.
I thought they're
the-
making
they're
another
gonna-
Switch.
They're gonna make like a Switch 2.
Did they actually? I thought they said they weren't going.
No, they didn't announce it, but everybody's just expecting it because of the way they keep leading it on.
Okay.
Well,
It's either
they're
a
making-
Switch 2 or it's like another new console.
The issue is like they're making games that like there's no way it can like, for
Keep
example, Breath of the Wild, that second game, like that is borderline. Like you can't get any better in terms of graphics
Yeah,
and like how
they can't
large the
keep
game is.
up.
You know what I mean? Like that thing cannot keep up. They're gonna have to make something new if they want to keep advancing in games in that.
Yeah, with 5 Real
Direction.
Engine coming out too. Them niggas said,
Yeah, exactly.
something else. Like,
They're gonna have to at least up the quality just a little bit
Yeah.
and like
But
a
then
little bit
again,
more power to it.
Nintendo's running out of ideas though when it comes to games, though.
Yeah, they
No,
lost
that's what I said.
Smash.
That's
They
what I'm
lost
saying.
Smash.
That's what I'm saying. Though. Like, they're just milking it. But again, like there's certain games that still, like, they'll just use the IP but change the game that like originally was run.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
look at Mario Wonder or whatever the hell it's called. Like that game.
there's a ton of
makes no
different types of
sense, but,
Marios.
like,
Nigga,
Billions
it looks
of
like the
Marios.
same
Yeah.
shit I played with my sister
And
the Wii.
hundreds of thousands of
Like-
people still buy it. And you got to remember, Nintendo is not a United States company; it is a Japanese company.
and
So
them
it's just a
niggas go
whole
crazy.
nother. Exactly,
Them
they have
niggas
a
go
whole
crazy.
theme park over there. They love
So they
that
don't
shit.
even give a fuck about what we say.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. There's a whole nother market on the other side of the fucking world that love that shit. So
That,
they're gonna milk it. It's never gonna stop. They're just gonna change how it looks. They're gonna get a little crazier how graphically it can go, how big they can make it. But it's essentially the same game. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that Switch, there's no way they're gonna keep up. If they're gonna keep going the same direction how they did with Breath of the Wild, there's no way that thing can keep up.
Well, yeah, no, I'm not surprised by the fact that they would have the potential of making another.
And they've
Switch.
claimed
I
they're
just
making
thought-
the third
I thought
one.
They said that they weren't going to, but I must have misread something.
Why do you not think? Do you think they just done with consoles?
Well, no, not that they're done with consoles and shit. I just think that like a lot of their ideas have been dried up at this point, and anyone can plainly see that they're running out of ideas. That's why Mario Wonder even exists right now, is because they needed to somehow get money back and like fucking put a new spin on something they've been doing for years.
Nigga, well, we're talking all this shit, but that game was like in the top 5 for
Yeah, I'm not saying
Game
it was
of
a bad
the
game.
year.
Yeah, I was about to say it was
Like,
a game of the year a couple
them
times.
niggas were
It didn't
nominated
win,
like
but it was
1,000
nominated.
times. Yeah, them niggas
Yeah.
were nominated in almost every category as
Yeah,
we're
no,
talking shit.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying it was a bad game though. That's the thing. I'm just saying that
No.
you can tell that they are starting to really run out of ideas.
I don't know.
I mean,
I
it
feel
happens.
I feel like I have to personally play it to like, because I just thought about that. I'm like, damn, they did almost win Game of the Year. I should shut the fuck up.
We're not, you know, like, again, Mario's cool. Like, we
We
all
haven't played
love
it.
it.
We all haven't played the new Mario.
Well, we haven't
Yeah.
played the new one. I'm just saying in general, like, we
Yeah.
understand why it's popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We understand why it's addicting. We understand, and you know, it is what it is. It's Nintendo. It's the company that milks the shit out of this. They're gonna figure out something. They're gonna change something up. Either they're just gonna make another type of Switch, just a little beefier, or I personally think they're gonna try to go the VR route.
That would be hard for them to do only
I
because
don't see
none of their franchises are literally like VR. I mean, they can try making some new ones, which, I mean, who knows? Maybe they will. We don't know. That, shit could pop off.
I guess it's actually kind of possible, and the only reason I'm saying this is because out of nowhere it seemed like, I mean, I know it's not VR, but it's actually like getting closer to the idea of VR, which is Nintendo just went haywire on like anything in Gary's mod that had Mario related to it, or any Nintendo IP in Gary's mod.
Yeah,
They
got rid of it all.
They fucking went ham on that, and I feel like there's got to be some sort of reason other than the fact they're using the IP. There's got to be something else in there. So in terms of a potential VR Nintendo game, maybe they'll dabble in it like a little bit and like have one possible game out there that they like release on stuff like that. I don't see them diving into it though.
No, I'm talking about not just a game. I'm talking about a whole new
That's what I'm saying.
console.
I
Like
don't
they'll
know,
make a whole
Chance.
headset.
I don't think they're gonna do VR
Dude,
like that.
that's like a shot in the dark. If they do, I'll definitely say I told you so. Like, again, who knows what can happen in the future, all that shit. But
You think it
that
won't
is
sell
just
though?
100%, it's Nintendo. It's gotta suck.
Exactly.
It's gonna sell, but like,
I mean, did you see what they did with the DS? How much they ran that shit into the ground? They literally made something called the 2DS, which is just a flat DS. You couldn't flip
Nigga,
the
more
screen or
people
nothing.
bought
was
it.
just a
More
fucking
people
screen.
bought that than the
Somehow,
fucking
yes,
3DS.
people actually fucking.
because I was one of them. I bought more.
Why?
It was $80. It was only $70.
It's stupid as fuck.
It was
said it was-
$70.
He said it was stupid as fuck.
It's cheap. How are you
was
gonna
the
tell me?
dumbest thing,
Okay,
bro.
what? We have you have a 2DS like XL, which is the one you can fold and all that stuff for like $250, $300. You had the 3DS,
the whole idea
$300.
of the DS was that that was literally one of the main features, is that you could fucking close it up like that.
But then you had a 2DS that can play all the 3DS games and this and that, blah
And
blah
then
blah
but
blah,
then it's just a
for
fucking-
$80 or
But it's-
$70.
That's funny. He
Price-
said
the
some
price point is
is
the
up.
only redeeming factor. of
Some
it.
got motion,
Yeah.
some don't.
Exactly,
Hey,
it is because
eat the
they're
hand
smart.
motion,
That's
bro.
because that's like the whole thing. That's like the whole thing about it, you know? Because let's say
For brokies like you.
yeah, that is.
You bought 4 of them. You could have bought a couple 3DSs. You're a bitch.
Well, okay,
That is
that
true. You
was
did
over
just say
the-
nigga
the
had
last
4.
thing
That
that
nigga
you
throw a
flicked
these.
4
How?
cheap
Why
guys
did you buy
fucking.
4 of them anyway? What's the
Well,
secret on that?
okay. So the first one broke. The second one I
How'd the
gave
first
to
one
my
break?
sister, nigga, because it was it's a 2DS I can't fold like you're saying.
There you go.
I'm just fucking
You just
with
gotta-
you. Nah, I'm just fucking with you. Nah, it was in my bag and I dropped my bag too hard and it fucking
Oh, that's tough.
broke. I remember I was trying
Nigga
to like
snapped your hand.
I was trying to do all this like research and YouTube videos. Like I'm breaking in like the fucking like the inside of it and shit. That shit was gone.
Well, good attempt.
Then second one I gave to my sister. Third one I think I lost at school. And then the fourth one was like the last one. That was like the one I personally bought because my mom's like, no more. Obviously, makes sense. And then after that I was like, well, I don't care about it. So I just had it.
That's fair.
So that's my experience, bitch ass nigga.
I just think that going back to like what Nintendo's gonna make. I don't. What else can they make in terms of consoles after this? Like again, they're gonna make another beefy Switch,
Well,
whatever.
yeah,
But in
that-
terms of a new console, like what can they do beyond this point? That's why I'm saying
Just a
like
better-
they will probably dabble into VR because they have not touched that yet.
See, you say that, but like, look at their franchises.
Every
Like,
company
they
is
can
dabbled
keep-
into. Who cares?
That's
They can
facts.
switch it up.
Okay,
They got the money to do so.
They switched it up. Skyrim VR came out, niggas. That shit did not compete. Same as Fallout.
Duh.
Same as like all this other stuff. Like the same thing would happen. Like you play as Zelda or whatever. Like it would be cool for a week or so. Then
Yeah.
it's gonna fall right on the bottom.
See,
They're
But
not
it's
gonna wanna
Nintendo though.
release
They're
something
gonna
like
make
that.
He
it.
has a point.
They're gonna make it so it like there's something about it that's different than the rest of them. You know how they are. Now I don't know what that would be.
Nigga, they released.
They looking at you like
I
you
know.
just said
I know.
that
Let me
dumbest
tell
shit.
you
you, but
Let me
him
tell you
ever.
this. No, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this.
That's why I started laughing because he looks like I'm a joke or
Yeah,
something.
he's like,
Listen, because
really,
guess
nigga,
what?
like-
I just thought of it. As
Alright.
you were saying that stuff. These niggas did dibble dabble into VR. They made it out of cardboard, nigga, that you can buy at Target, bitch.
Yeah, that doesn't count
mean,
to me.
I-
That is not count. That's not a
like
count.
they.
That is not count.
But no,
Wait,
That's
what?
not a
Go
console,
ahead, go
dog.
ahead.
No, the
That
only
is not a
the only
console,
reason why
dog.
I'm agreeing with you, but I'm not agreeing with the same points. So technically speaking, Nintendo actually has attempted VR, but that was way back in the earlier days when they had that little like
Oh
red
my.
box thing.
Yeah.
That was technically their first attempt at VR because
I
it was
forgot
virtual
about that.
reality. You would go into the headset and you'd play with your head like in the headset, watching the space, like all red lines and shit, being like a 3D world. It didn't do good. Aside from that, they've also made attempts in the sense of just motion capture in general, which would be included in VR.
Yep.
They made 2 attempts that I can directly think of, both actually being Zelda-esque games. The first one was like a kind of like a side game they made that no one really gave a shit about. It existed, in which you played as Link but first person, and you would like shoot arrows and shit like that at like.
Oh my! You have that game, don't
I have
you?
that.
I remember playing
It's
that.
like a
trash.
dungeon crawler basically, but you play as Link first person. No one really cared about that game. Aside from that, you had Skyward Sword, which I wouldn't say really counts, but there was the fact of motion controls in that game, and everyone hated that. They hated that. And honestly, it's because they didn't implement the controls well, to be fair. But I think just because of those negative past experiences they had with stuff similar to VR, it's hard for me to say that, like, yeah, they're gonna fully go for that and shit. Even though it's possible. I can see them doing it,
No, I'm not
especially now
saying
with technical
anytime.
advancements.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say it's anytime soon.
Well, I thought you were saying that's their next thing that they're doing.
Well, I'm saying the next thing is gonna be the new Switch, and then that thing is gonna be around for the next fucking 5 to 6 years.
What they
See-
might do.
Well, that's why people were saying the Switch point too. I just think that. Sorry, let me just get my point out.
Like,
really
I'm just
fast.
talking about the
I just-
newest IP would, my opinion, would be some sort of VR.
I just feel like these niggas are just gonna make like a whole different console. It's gonna be like an actual home sitting console, not some portable bullshit. So they can focus on graphics and stuff, and then they're gonna keep releasing great franchises that everybody's excited for, like Zelda, for example. Like they're gonna be able to run that shit and look crazy good. That's what they're probably gonna do.
Yeah, but their whole point is to prove that they can make it look crazy good in your hand. Why would they revert back to their...
Because, I mean, unless there's like, I mean,
That's why
the PSP is coming out, so maybe there is like a
Again, there's a
DS type
technical
beat coming
advancement
out.
in terms of things like that. They're probably just going to keep pushing forward with that and compete against the PSP.
I think that with the next potential Switch being a thing that could happen, you might be somewhat right in the sense that they could go for a VR route. Because when I really think about it, if they make a Switch that is strong enough, they really could just make it into a VR compatible console.
Imagine.
You remember the cardboard shit?
The cardboard shit, they will take that fucking Switch and you will put it in the fucking helmet. Boom, VR.
And it would lock in, and it would therefore change the whatever, like the visuals and
But
shit
you
like
count
that
that as
to
not
be
a system.
accommodated to that.
The Switch is a system.
It would have to be something they would sell
The
separately.
Switch is what you put in the cardboard, nigga.
No, that would be the next implement. But like I'm saying, they're like full force. Like the headset, like looks like a damn near the fucking
Apple
the
shit.
Index or
Yeah.
the Apple one. Yeah,
What-
you know what I mean. Like,
What I could
or
see
maybe
them
they'll make the
doing-
whole headset. But I can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, what I could see them doing is that they would release the next Switch as its standalone, but they would also release something on the side, which would be like the I don't know, like what do you want to call it, like equipment attachment, something like that.
Yeah.
It'd be an accessory basically that you could use, then would transform the Switch into like a fully compatible VR headset. Because like it's possible, you would just use the controllers on the sides as like your remotes and shit like that.
Oh, I can
and
see
then
them
the
do
actual,
that.
the
Yeah.
actual
I can see
Switch
them do
itself
that.
would plug into whatever accessory headset they have, and then that would just work as a headset in general like that. And I'm sure they could do some sort of tech shit
Like
within
they'll
that to
keep
make it
because
work better,
again
too.
they like that portable shit, and a lot of people do. Like we get on a plane and we're
Which,
playing fucking
damn,
Smash.
That's actually crazy because that would combat fucking Oculus and the fucking HTC
Exactly.
Vive shit as well. Fucking it would actually fight that market. That would be crazy if they did that. The only thing, what the fuck would they do
Why
for
do you
games?
say that though?
What do you mean?
Why do you say that would fuck up the market though?
Not fuck up. It was just
It
compete.
would compete really well.
Yeah.
It wouldn't fuck it up, but like it would be pretty crazy if they
Because
did
it's
that.
the
It could-
Valve we're talking about.
I know, but
yeah.
like it's Nintendo we're talking.
That's facts, but again,
Yeah,
them
I
niggas
mean-
have not dibble-dabbled
Now,
in
when it comes-
VR
I
shit
think-
for
I think
a fat-ass minute.
Maybe they wouldn't.
How do you know they're not dibble
wouldn't-
dabbling it out now? Maybe they're just watching.
They
You know what I
wouldn't
mean?
fight-
They're seeing all this and they're just taking bits and pieces of the information and making their own spin on it with the portable Switch thing.
Maybe.
I don't think they would probably compete with PC VR, but in terms of
Oculus,
mobile VR,
Apple.
they would easily just demolish Oculus. Well, Oculus just sucks in general. Fuck Oculus in its entirety. That shit sucks dick. I don't care who you are. That shit is just always bad. I will go to my grave.
Damn, you hear
I
that?
am dead serious. I
Your,
despise
your
Why you
Oculus
say that?
Abbies are
I
ass.
only ever hear bad things about them. Only ever hear bad
Most
things.
of them
I've
are
had
gonna cry.
only bad experiences with them too. I just can't stand Oculus, bro. Because like my first Oculus headset, that shit ended up going down the drain. Sure, it lasted me an okay amount of time, but it didn't last that long. And then aside from
yourself
that,
an index
every
to it.
single quest I hear, like every single story about a quest I hear after the fact, after they were released, the 1 and 2, I've only heard like crazy bad things about them. Like the port on the side, like like fusing and like it fucking like melted the side of the headset and shit. I think that was
Oh.
on the Quest 2 that happened. Like the port literally would fucking melt. And I heard so many cases of that happening. Like how often? I just don't understand. They're just bad. They have bad support. It's just a bad fucking thing overall. I hate it. I'm sorry. But like, I genuinely think if Nintendo decided to go with the VR route and they did something similar to that, first off, Switch would sell immediately, blow off the shelves without a doubt. If they were to take the VR route, people would start trying it out, and if it came with good reviews, I can imagine that thing blowing up.
You know, I was gonna say too, like they'll probably sell it with like a, you know, like most these new consoles do. They'll do a bundle thing. So you don't even need to use the headset, but here's an accessory when we start dropping
Oh
VR.
my god! Remember when the Wii dropped?
Wait, hold up. Before we keep going,
Yes.
I got a couple things I want to say.
Go right ahead.
First thing, the things that combat you in the Oculus thing.
Yeah.
First off, I just want to say this nigga had the first Oculus headset that came out. So as this nigga's talking shit, he had the first edition like of all that shit, right?
I did no. For my personal experience, it was. To be fair, you have a point. It was only with that, but I'm saying out of everything else that I've said, with my experiences with the support team and everything in the headset just itself,
Which was early.
Well, you're right. It was early, but I've also heard many stories of the 1 and 2.
Then I want to say this. Yes, that is crazy. Like, holy shit. Nigga, like, having that shit on your head as it starts, like, and melting all that shit, like, crazy. But, like, if you look at I'm pretty sure if you look at the chart when it comes to headsets and all that shit, obviously the Quest 2 like blows
No,
out of the
that-
water
it's-
because it made it accessible for almost anybody to play and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All of them
It was
niggas
a
are
cheap
not.
headset that like was decent. It was decent enough where it was like game changing.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not gonna say it was like I'm gonna say personally I just hate them, but like I'm not gonna say that it was a failure because
Yeah.
they did their thing. They made
That's better.
money.
They
with
mark-
it.
they market
that's
it.
better.
They
That's
mark-
better.
they market it
Because
well.
when you're like, it's dog shit, I die on it, like, fuck
Yeah,
it. I'm
no,
like,
but
I'm
he
like,
has a-
facts. I agree with you on that because, like, okay, if you're a computer person and you have, like, an Oculus, see, I have it and this nigga's teasing me, like, get the Valve. I'm sorry, I'm not going to spend a band on a VR headset that I'm barely going to be on, nigga. Like, I'm cool with my little cheap thing. Like, even when we play VR chat and all that stuff, I'm never using it. Like, I prefer to just... Yeah, sure. You can. Yeah, because I'm lazy, but I just prefer to just be
And
on
it
my
doesn't
computer.
charge well. There's a lot of issues with your Quest 2, twin.
Does it actually not charge well?
I mean, no, it charges fine.
Oh no,
but-
it dies fast. Is that what it is?
I mean, it dies after like 3-4 hours. So
That's. I mean, what does it advertise for use?
I don't know.
Because
I
if it
don't
does,
know. I don't know
I
what
think it did advertise like 4 hours.
That's
Yeah, so it's-
ass.
That I mean, it's
Well,
cheap.
because you play on computer
It's
that
cheap.
plays
It is
on.
cheap, so like that's a point.
That's a
No,
point.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
the point
No,
of the
I'm
market.
saying, like, but I from Ethan's point, when it comes to VR headsets, once you try, like, just even a little bit better version, you'll realize, like, oh, this is the cheap version. I understand why it works for most common households, but if you really want to indulge into some VR experience, I'm telling you, just a couple $100 extra, and it'll be a whole different game changer for you.
That's where the divide starts, though, is because at that point you become more of a VR. I would say with quotations a VR enthusiast rather than someone
Facts.
who's just kind of interested in it but not really caring. That's when the divide starts right there. Because then you get into PC VR, which everybody can agree all around it's just better.
Yeah.
In every way, it's just better. But if you don't have it, let's say you don't have a PC or something like that, and you want to play VR, I mean, it's without a doubt, unfortunately, Oculus is just there. It is the best thing you could do. But that's even more the reason, like, if Nintendo were to do something, they would demolish Oculus.
You know,
It's like.
I was going to say...
I'll let you go and then I'll say my
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was gonna bring up a point when we were arguing about consoles and like kids switching it. That's a whole nother reason why they would switch to PC sooner rather than later, because they know the PC VR would be better because you know VR is getting up there and Oculus sure, and when they see the Avies that they can't get, they would want a PC faster than their little
Yeah.
Xbox.
But then they
15.
have to add another $1,000 to buy a headset.
Well, that's the
see
thing.
because look,
Suburban neighborhoods can afford it.
Okay, that's. I feel like
nigga, that's $1,000. $1,000 is $1,000.
It's nothing nowadays.
Oh, okay.
I will
But-
say, technically.
Unfortunately,
speaking,
like that's just the truth.
Yeah, it's
technically
true, it's true.
speaking, them just straight up, even if they were just to stick with, let's hypothetically say there's this kid, he's playing with the Oculus 2 or something, he goes into VR chat, or the Quest 2, sorry, I should correct that. He goes into VR chat, sees that he can't see all the PC avatars. Technically, all he has to do is just get a computer. Technically, it doesn't really have to be one that can run VR because you're running it on the Quest itself. But you just need to have the computer to be compatible.
Oh no! Yeah, I get that. I'm not saying you would switch. You get the Valve.
Yeah, you wouldn't
soon.
just like die.
I just wanted to revert back to the whole console thing where he said they want to switch to PC sooner rather than later, and that's a whole nother reason why they would switch to a PC is because of VR. Even if they don't get a new VR headset, they still got a PC to get the PC VR experience.
Anyways, but what I was gonna say about this nigga, like, I don't care. I don't care. Anyways, what I was gonna say to your point that you said about a nigga experience. What I was gonna say to your point about a nigga experiencing like VR, yada yada yada. It's like going up to Divine. It's like that nigga. Okay, that nigga has a computer, all that stuff, right? He doesn't have a Quest or nothing. But let's say he uses your Valve, right? And he like fucks with it, yada yada. Like it's cool, like he likes it or whatever. But he's not gonna he didn't do what you did, which is play or Ethan play VR, like VR chat a shit ton to the point where it makes you want to play. Cause I mean, I don't know about your situation. Maybe you're like big chilling or whatever. But when you see something like when it comes to headsets, are you gonna buy some that's like you're gonna jump straight into the $1,000 one, or are you gonna like double dabble, see what you like, this and that? Cause like for example, you also have people like me, Malachi, blah 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 blah. Malachi obviously really wants to Valve. He's been talking about it, but as a beginner, he might even tell you to just. He might sway. I don't know what Malachi would say. About
I would just
getting
you just
Quest.
list the pros and cons, honestly.
I think
Right.
it depends. Okay, so my perspective on this whole thing is kind of skewed in a sense because I literally went through pretty much every single stage of VR. I was around and like paying attention to it when it really first began.
Uh-huh.
My first VR experience was with my phone, and I played VR chat like that. I actually got like a little headset thing. I put my phone to it. I played VR chat in VR.
You were addicted.
When it first came. That was in 2016, 2017
Damn.
when the game first came out. I was there in the first hub world. I experienced it throughout the ages. I like literally know the ins and outs of everything on this shit.
That
And I upgraded from there. Like it depends on the person because for me at the time VR was very new. Obviously I can't afford that. So like I was really interested though. So I would slowly upgrade and upgrade and upgrade because like I went from that to I think that's when I got the Oculus, which I don't even. It wasn't even like meant to be just for me, but like Cameron never touched it.
Damn.
So it is what it is. So I mostly played on it, and then from there, I kept the headset, and then like I slowly got the full body shit with the Kinect starting off, and then like I actually got the first types of trackers.
I remember that.
I went through each and every stage that you could go through when it came to VR. So it really does depend on the person. And honestly, the smart thing to do if anyone was interested in VR would, as much as I hate to say it, would
Jump
be to get
right
the
in.
Quest.
Yeah. Oh.
No,
what?
it would be to get the Quest. Because that gives you the first
Oh,
quote-unquote
and-
real
yeah.
experience
I guess
for
you're right.
VR. And if you like the Quest, definitely upgrade from there. 100% upgrade from there. I mean, if you actually fuck with it. But if you don't fuck with it, it's a good thing you stopped at the Quest because that shit cheap.
Yo, I fuck with this nigga. He agree with me.
As much as I hate the Quest,
thought
as
you was
much as I
gonna
hate
dis-
Oculus, I have to admit it is the best move you could go for if you're introducing yourself.
Thank you, twin. That's all I need to hear.
Did I say something different?
I
Yeah,
don't remember.
I
at this
think
point.
I can't remember either. But you said something about how like no. It first started with you saying fuck Oculus, yada yada yada, and I fought for it. And then this nigga started clowning on me. He's like, just buy the Valve twin, and I start saying like my cons to it, and then it became a thing.
Well, yeah, I was just laughing at you because it's
I'm
you.
broke. Sorry, twin.
That's crazy.
I'm
It's
broke.
you. It's like-
That's wild.
I don't think I disagreed with starting with the Quest. No, I mean, I just was fortunate enough to make money off of CS:GO knife. I made $300 extra off of a butterfly knife.
Which is insane.
So I sold it, got $800, and I was like, what am I going to do with these 800 Steam credit bucks? Well, not that I could have sold it online to get actual money, but I was like, Valve Index. And this is one like I was hopping on VR on the VR chat on like desktop, and I never understood how you and Doc, and then you would join them once in a while, but like you
Yeah.
three in particular would be on that game for hours, and I'm like, I get so bored. So let me get the headset and find out what's going on. If I don't like it, Valve, like their whole customer support thing, they have fixed my controller 3 times. They fixed my sensor. They've always just sent me a new one, and they have never charged me. So they've been really good on their customer support, and I appreciate it. Now, if there's an issue, it's too late for all that. I've had the thing for a couple years now. They're gonna be like, well, fuck
bad,
you.
nigga. Yeah.
But like, you know what I mean? Like,
Place that shit, nigga.
exactly. Like I had like stick drift and whatnot on controllers, and they just said, "Oh, we'll give you a new one." And it was like, "Oh, this is great." So like, when I first got the headset, I motion sickness, had to get used to it, and then unfortunately, I got addicted to just VR and then VR chat in general. Like I made some like actual friends that I talked to even outside of the game itself, just because like how cool they are, and like it's a whole different experience. Like yeah, you guys see the cringy stuff online, and trust me, we see it there too, and we make fun of them or we just leave them be because like what's the fucking point at this point? It is what it is. But once in a while, you get a hidden gem in there, and even recently, Star, Double O, those are some cool ass people that we were still talking to afterwards. Star got him to Final Fantasy. Star hooked me up with crazy music.
See,
Don't say that's a good thing.
you see.
Yeah. Why? You nigga, you're having fun. You're having a blast.
Yeah, like
nigga.
you actually have a game that you want to
I'm
play.
addicted.
Yeah. So that's
Y'all-
See,
y'all
these are
say-
people we met on VR
y'all
and we
say I
still
wanna
talk
do
to. We don't even
anything
get on
else.
VR to play with it anymore. We just hop in Discord. We text. Like we're chilling. Like it doesn't have to be weird. You know what I mean? Like online connections. Listen, everybody, is a real thing. You guys are watching us through a camera right now, wherever you guys are, and it is what it is.
Y'all niggas be good. Y'all niggas can be cool. Y'all can be one of the bros.
Yeah.
I
knows?
think in like kind of to like take that, but also loop back around back to like the whole Nintendo idea of going into VR.
Whoa.
I think that whole concept of, like you said, virtual connection is where Nintendo falls off. That's where their,
'cause fuck
their
all these
main
Smash
roadblock
niggas.
is. Because
Fair.
Nintendo does not care about its
But
community.
that's what I'm saying about the franchise.
Nintendo doesn't care about its community, and because of that, I don't think they're gonna. First off, if they try making a social game, that's just not gonna do well. It's just not. It's gonna.
You don't think so?
No, because
No.
they're.
You don't
they're
think they'll
trying to
make
police
a?
it.
You don't think they'll try? No. Okay, yeah, still try to police it, but like I feel like it's gonna be like a different version of MetaQuest. But
Look how that went though.
It's your
no.
memes, my
Listen.
nigga.
MetaQuest is still relatively.
No.
I mean, it's still there.
It exists.
They try advertising it. They
It's
push
the
it
same
down
with Rec
everybody's
Room. I will
throat.
never hop on Rec Room, but there's thousands of
Rec
people
Room's actually
still
big like
playing.
that, though.
I don't understand it.
Like there was two spin-offs when it comes, like I would say like VR chat spin-offs. You could say or
Rec Room is
replicas.
definitely that one.
Like if we had to go on social games in the comparison, VR chat's at the top when it comes to VR social games. Then it's Rec Room. Below that would be.
Is there any
It would
other
have
ones?
to be. I guess you could say like the whole MetaQuest shit, but honestly, it's a tie between
Because you
MetaQuest
wanna
and
put-
Neos VR, because those both kind of just
Wait,
died
what
on launch.
VR?
I think it was Neos VR,
Nigga,
which
what?
it was a whole. You guys don't know about that?
No,
No,
nigga,
really?
that's how you like.
That was a whole social game that was created to be more. They wanted it to be
But-
similar to VR chat when it first launched. So they made like the whole like you could add avatars into it. You could have all this stuff.
But
It was
them
basically
niggas-
You're
VR
not.
chat,
You're
but,
okay.
like-
You're not wrong. Like, sure, like those died off, but that's a whole like cross-play community. I'm talking about like if they did their own social thing. First of all, it would be everybody involved with the headset, right? And second, they could do like a whole VR. Like that would be like their first game, just to like interact with people. But you are in connect. Like you're, Smash Bros. All those characters, you can be those random ass characters. Like that'll be the first like little abbeys, and everybody's like, and then eventually you can start customizing those abbeys and then whatever you want. So like just anything from Nintendo, they'll put in their worlds.
I want to say this.
From Mario, Zelda, you know what I mean? Like that would to me would be their social platform,
Just-
their first VR game.
Just back to the VR thing, I feel like the only way like these niggas could actually like sell something really well with VR would be the add-on attachment of like a VR, and then you just slide your Switch, because everybody already has a Switch. The Switch already flew off the shelves. Like
they
it was,
wanted to make
it
something
was,
out of it,
it was hard to find for the whole COVID shit, because everybody wanted to play Animal Crossing. Like everybody I talk to has a Switch, right, or wants one or something.
Yeah.
Nigga, just getting that little attachment, they show some cool shit. That I feel like that's the only way. I feel like if they came out like this is the headset for $600 of this,
Yeah.
and you can, I don't think that's
No,
gonna sell.
that's
not
that's
gonna sell.
fair. That's fair.
Yeah,
But like that would be like the newest, in my opinion, if they were trying to do a new innovative, new route of a console or try to, because it's already base station, it's already handheld. What about VR? You know what I mean? Like that would be
Yeah.
their next thing that they would
Yeah.
try to promote. That would make the most sense.
Going back to the idea that you brought up in the sense that like, oh, you could be all these characters with Nintendo IP and stuff. You could like be them. You could like walk around in their worlds and stuff. I would say like sure, but at the same time, they haven't like dropped down on VR chat or any of the other social platforms and stuff. Because you can easily find any Nintendo IP on VR chat. You can literally like play whatever you want. There's like Mario-based worlds and shit, Zelda-based worlds, all over. If I will say, if we ever see the day that Nintendo cracks down on that, we can not safely, but we can really assume that they might be trying to go for a VR world. It's similar in that aspect. That would be a social game. Why else would they go after the IPs?
nigga. Like I don't know. Just look at like their franchises. Like yeah, they can branch out, yada yada yada. I get it, but like it's Nintendo. You really think they're gonna branch out
They have been.
with what?
Nintendo
Well,
is
maybe not
very-
recently, but like as we grew up, think of all the different Nintendo consoles and handhelds we've had over the years.
DS or no? It was a Game Boy, or it was a Game Boy Advance. They made it a little wide.
Yeah.
Then it was what? Then the DS.
Yeah.
then what? The DSi, then the DSi XL, then the
And then the Wii U.
Oh, then the Wii. That's when they fucked it up. Then the Wii U. Then that's when it was like, ooh. Then that's when it went downhill a little bit. Then they came out with the Switch. That's when it.
No, I'm just talking about in general, not like handheld specific. I'm just talking about in general how innovative their consoles have been, because PlayStation and Xbox has been just the same thing over and over again. We've had like every console, every 2 years, but every 2 or 3 consoles, it's just a completely different version of Nintendo that we've never seen before.
I'm just saying, what I guess maybe this is why I think they're going to do it, because I personally want it. They did old consoles, like sit-home consoles that just, aren't portable before. The Nintendo 64, they ate it up. NES, they ate it up.
How long ago was that, though?
A long time ago, but I'm just saying, like...
They're not going to go back to it.
I also really hate to say it, because like the whole
this thing is already big as it is that you can take it on the plane and play Smash.
That's facts, but who
take off the controllers
but they're
and
not
just
playing,
duo?
They're not like playing tournaments. They're not like advertising it.
Well,
I mean, they advertising all this stuff, but all the commercials are them niggas playing at home. All the tournaments are them at home. Home.
Tournaments?
I will say...
I'm talking about like Smash and all that
Oh,
stuff.
I'm not saying
like,
specific Smash. I'm just
no,
talking
I know,
about in
but I'm
general,
talking
like
about
you can...
anything. Even commercials that they show. Yeah, they show them walk around and all this stuff, but it's always like ends off or starts off at home.
Sure, but then again, like all of a sudden you realize that you can just pick it up and do it wherever the fuck you want. Road trip. If we go, you two in the back playing fucking Smash Bros. In the car.
That's why I'm saying...
On a 3-hour road trip.
Well, that's why I'm saying, like, Switch 2, but, like, outside of that, who knows? The Switch 2 is going to... we can't call it Switch 2. Maybe that'll be their new advancement to make it look a little different or whatever.
The Switch Ultimate.
Yeah, right?
It'd be like a Frisbee.
It would be able to play...
Boomerang, come back.
That should be some shit
start
like
playing
that. You
again,
throw it
like-
and like it projects like a 3D world.
Yeah,
and
it
shit.
just
like,
sits...
What the hell?
Right. It's like a projector. So it's
It would be them niggas. It would be them niggas.
That's what
Like, we all sit down and play, like, what
If
the
you don't throw it hard enough, it just falls. You could break it. You gotta be careful.
Like, nigga, no, but like...
Make sure you toss it over grass.
Make sure the wind's right. Like,
I forgot what I was gonna say, but
Bowling ball.
They're gonna allow it to run like Unreal Engine 5 or whatever, right? But like outside of that, I don't like.
No,
And you're not wrong, but I just don't see it going back to like
They can't.
home console where it's just gonna sit.
I just
Too many people are addicted to what it is now. There's no way they go backwards on that
It's-
because they'll just go back to
it will
this.
fuck up the game.
it would
It'll fuck up their company.
Yeah, it would fuck them up
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, because people are already like they're already
if they
attached
go
to this.
if they go to Nintendo for portables, yes, I can understand that. Yes,
But
you're
it's
right.
not okay.
But I'm just saying, like, for their next thing outside of that, like, I just feel like they're gonna eat it up with the home console.
I sincerely don't think
Gonna
it's
beat it
even
up.
possible for them to go back at this point. Now, there's multiple reasons for that. One, they made the change, like, sure, we saw with the Wii U, that was their first attempt at like,
Wii,
a portable type thing. Like, you don't have to be on
the
your
Wii U,
yeah, the
yeah.
Wii U specifically. You could be on your TV or you could be on the handheld, but the way they executed that, it really flopped.
That's true.
The Switch came
I didn't
out,
think about
they
that.
perfected the
Yeah,
craft
they
on
did.
that one.
They did
their
perfect
thing.
it.
And ever since then, they have completely split themselves from the average market when it comes to consoles.
And now that's okay. You're right with
So,
that. You got me there. I
Not
didn't think about
only
it.
that, they also have to first off work off of the official legacy of the Switch. They have to make that better. How do they one up the Switch? Now they're also going to start having a little bit of competition because of the PSP3 or whatever you said, right?
Yeah,
Isn't that what's coming out?
PSP3.
Nintendo's going to see that being released and like, we got to make sure we don't lose to that whatsoever because
is
that's
another-
that's going to be portable.
So they got a
This
2-0
is-
record
It's
on the
also-
niggas.
it's
We got a
also-
sweep.
Hey, I'm just
We
saying.
We got a 2-0. We got a
We
sweep.
got a sweep them niggas.
Exactly. bro.
That ass, they really are probably thinking that, rubbing their hands together. But I'm just saying, Sony might got it here. They better drop some heat.
Hey,
Nintendo better drop some heat.
All I'm saying is, Moses, even if they drop it, it's not gonna sell as much as you think it is. You're gonna buy it. You're gonna buy it.
No,
You're gonna love it.
Okay, yeah.
But a lot of people
That's facts.
are just
I don't
not
think it's gonna go
buy it.
international.
No,
that's
that's-
the thing. It's not. I don't think it's gonna go like the PSP. I don't think it's gonna be like international.
I agree with that.
Y'all niggas are retarded.
No, I just see.
Do you know who Sony is?
I do know who Sony is. You know who Nintendo is?
Why are you looking at me like that? I'm just laughing at his face.
I don't. I just feel like I wouldn't see it everywhere. like as much as I would see
Yeah,
a Switch.
it wouldn't be popular.
See, okay, now that you guys say that, yes, you're right. I'm hyping it up because I'm excited for it. Realistically, if you really look at it, you know, you got the Steam Deck, you got the Switch.
Honestly, the Steam Deck's overhyped. I think it's
Yeah.
not as cool as everyone says it is.
It's actually
Nigga, you can play any Steam or not any. Most Steam games.
I tried.
Do that?
I tried on Zach's. First of all, it's huge. I didn't realize how big it
Yeah,
was.
it's
It's almost
perfect.
big. It's bigger than the fucking
is,
Switch.
yeah.
I was like,
It's
holy
like
shit.
2 times the size of the
Yeah, I
thing.
was like, damn, this thing's big. And second of all, it's nice. I don't know what
It's
you're talking
nice.
about. Like,
Yeah, nigga,
sure,
it's clean.
Yeah, but like
it's clean.
And for the
I know
price,
what-
nigga, it's $350. For the, I mean, it's the lowest one, yada yada. But still, it works good.
I guess, but
Everything.
still,
$350.
I just don't. I guess I personally don't know people who buy it like that.
Nigga,
Like,
I
I
would
know
if I
one
had the
person
money.
who's gotten it, and he does not touch the thing. Like he has it,
Who?
but he just doesn't. It's my coworker.
Oh.
He's a pretty big VR enthusiast and stuff like that. So like
Well, that's
he's just
probably
in all
why.
that. So he just fucks with everything like that. And he got the Steam Deck when it came out.
I know
and
who
he
you're
just
talking
didn't
about.
fuck with it.
I know what
He
you're talking
played with
about.
it, but he just didn't really mess. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, because where he met his girl and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
See.
But yeah, he has the Steam Deck, but he just doesn't play on it because at that point, like,
Does he play the Switch a lot?
he did not, definitely not.
Well,
I guess that's a fair comparison. If
There
he
you
doesn't
go.
fuck with handhelds, he's just not gonna fuck with it.
yeah. Like, nigga, you ask me or Deshaun even. Like, Deshaun's been wanting one. Nigga, we love the Switch. Nigga, I can play Final Fantasy wherever I go. Literally just grinding everywhere. Like, I can do that, bitch.
You can do that on your phone, bro. Relax.
Can you?
No, you can't.
I thought you
Oh,
could.
because me streaming it through that shitty ass light? Like, I'm gonna be. like, nigga, I'm already across, like, dead. I'm like,
The
nah.
graphics is already
Yeah,
mid to begin
mid-move.
with. Can you
Like, I'm on
imagine
the
your
ground
frames
dead,
dropping in the
thanks.
game like that?
Yeah, I'm like.
All the while your phone's burning up. Man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
my
bro.
phone is heating up. I'm like,
Listen,
switching
the
constantly, like,
iPhone,
damn,
the
wait.
iPhone 15, it requires a USB-C now, so it's kind of it's a beefy phone. Like people were playing Modern Warfare, not the mobile version, the actual game from a console on the phone. And sure, like it doesn't look the greatest, but the fact that it can run on the iPhone, like
Well,
it's kind of crazy.
that's facts, but I mean, that's like the 14 too, or like that's iPhones in general. That's why them niggas are coming out with that ROM thing. Yet again, those are like low graphics, yada yada. I get it, but still, that's another topic we can say for another day. This nigga had. Sorry, did you guys have anything else to
No,
say?
I mean I'm satisfied with the whole conversation at this point.
You did, Sean?
I swear I had something on the tip of my tongue, but I'm losing it.
Oh.
If you think of it later after the fact,
Yeah.
we'll come back to it.
This nigga had some would you rather's. I want to get into.
Yeah,
that.
let's switch up the
yes,
target.
let's
Sorry.
Let's get to
Sorry.
a would you
Yeah, give me
rather.
that. Go on.
You know, let's
that.
get to a would you rather segment.
I feel like it's gonna end in a debate. Somehow.
Oh,
Yeah, that has gonna last for so long.
The reason why it's not going to work, the PSP, as much as you think, because Nintendo, it's a console and a handheld. The PS5 is its own console. You have to buy a whole nother. You know what I mean? Like
That's like the whole downfall.
PS5 is established itself as a console,
And they're
giving
already
the
making a
PSP is
PS6
like,
too.
Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, PS6 is already like announced.
What the fuck?
Well, nigga, what do you expect?
I mean, I guess
That's why
this
that
soon.
was my thought. It's not going to succeed because the Nintendo Switch is not only its own console. It can play as its own console on its base station, but it's mobile as well. PS5 has established itself as a console. PSP is a whole nother.
Well, PS5 and the PSP3 is not going to be like. I mean, maybe they might have some features like that, but that's not why I'm buying it. I'm buying it because it's portable PS4 games anywhere I go.
No, I know. I'm saying that, but I'm saying the PS5 has already established itself as a console.
Oh.
They're making a whole separate thing. While that is
Well, yeah, no,
it's
I
best
don't-
of both worlds. It's a 2-in-1.
Well, I never thought once that the PSP was going to compete with all this other stuff. I'm just excited it's getting released. That's why I wanted to
You
bring
asked
it
some
up.
questions.
You know?
For a closing on this whole thing, because we really should get to the would you rathers, but I will say the PSP has a chance as long as it does not have another release date with Nintendo. As long as it does not release in the same year,
Yeah,
it has a chance. As
Nintendo-
long as it's separate from the Nintendo release.
I think
If you
Nintendo
look back-
cooking 'em.
If you look back every year, they said,
2-0.
"Shut the fuck
Yeah,
up."
they're coming out of nowhere. Windmill dunk
again,
over their heads.
I think. Sorry.
They about to
Again,
try to have a 4-0 sweep them niggas in the
sorry.
series.
Last
They
point.
can playoffs.
Last point.
Console playoffs.
You saying that kind of just like sparked a memory and just made me realize, like, the PSPs and PS Vitas has always been an addition or like its own little thing, but like a minor thing to the the almighty PlayStation. You know what I'm saying?
It's an expensive ass.
The
accessory,
Switch
that's what it
is the Switch. Like, that is the console for Nintendo. So that's why you're saying, like, oh, yeah, like this and that. But, like, if it was only, like, portable and it was kind of shit, like, I don't think it would flourish like that. You know what I'm saying?
but you say that, but guess what DS did to them? Fuck the shit up out of PSP.
Because that was all they had. That was all Nintendo was writing on right there. So all the franchise games and everything was going to that. Nothing is going to exclusively go to the PSP. Everything's going to go to PlayStation.
Even if it did, I don't think that would do anything for the PSP. If they had a PSP exclusive.
Unless
I
they
think
have
people
like
would-
a heat-ass
people
drop
would-
that they
people
hype
would
the
hate
fuck
that
out of it.
Even the most. No,
They
people
won't.
would hate that shit.
They won't.
They would hate mobile
Yeah,
games.
they're not.
They already
they're not
hate
gonna
mobile
do
games.
it.
Remember the whole situation with what's that game called? It's very
Diablo?
popular. Diablo. You guys ready to play it on your phone? He said.
mobile.
He said,
that's
"Is
not
this
gonna
an
stop.
April Fool's joke?"
Yeah,
Remember
yeah,
that?
that's
Yeah,
what
like
to
they
the
were
right
not
side.
happy with the mobile.
That's because it's Blizzard.
Is this
It's Blizzard, nigga. Because it's
Hold on.
Blizzard.
We get-
I know, but that everybody was expecting something else, not fucking mobile, nigga. Sorry, go ahead.
All right,
ready
let's switch
for it.
topics. Let's switch topics
let's get
because
back.
we can go on and on about
y'all,
this shit.
That's
yeah.
a good place to stop. Go
Sorry,
ahead.
you know.
All right,
you know what I'm
guys.
saying?
Would you rather?
Would you rather? You know what, my niggas.
We finna go on and on again.
Yeah.
These would you rather's get crazy.
Yeah,
All right.
I mean, it
I
makes
play
sense
devil's
for last
advocate all the
episode.
time though, so
It
y'all
makes-
finna get
I was playing devil's advocate with that, and you were calling me broke the whole time. Bitch.
that ass.
that is. Anyways.
See
All
these
right.
hands?
I hate y'all niggas, bro. I can't- Anyways, I got some would you rather questions.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some of them were a little bit handpicked, you know, depending on, you know, the whatever.
Well, how many do you have? Do you
I have
any
I have a couple. I have a
All right,
couple.
let's-
now
let's-
I don't. I'm not gonna
do
rate them
like two or
all.
something.
Question. Do you think you have enough that we could make this almost
Like a
like a
multi-
normal segment?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So
I
that
can
we would
keep
always
doing
come
it.
back, depending on
I
how-
can keep finding more. I just grabbed a couple for just now, and I got some extras, and I have some that I want to ask, and some that I just have.
We'll
as
see how
extras.
this goes.
fuck with it.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes, and we can make it a segment into the podcast.
Yeah, because I
just
have a
worry
good
that we're
feeling
gonna
about it.
ramble.
Because
about
if
it
we,
too much.
yeah, we'll talk about it later.
it's a podcast.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later. Anyways,
Let's
But
the
we're
ramble.
already at like an hour.
Let him
yeah,
talk.
yeah.
I think I should edit that
I'm
out.
gonna slap this shit.
All right, so first one for everybody. All right.
Yep.
Would you rather always get stuck in traffic, or would you always have terribly slow internet?
Terribly slow internet. That's what I deal with all the time. Fuck traffic, nigga. I can deal
Get
with
stuck in
stuff.
traffic. I'd rather get stuck in
I'd
traffic.
rather
Yeah,
get
you
stuff
s-
in traffic.
You say that until you're like, oh, I gotta go to an appointment. You go in traffic
but
and
you
you're
would
waiting
time.
there
No,
forever.
no. You would just plan ahead.
No, I'm saying like you always
Always.
have
You
bad
say you
traffic.
plan
No,
ahead,
of course.
but you don't know how the traffic's gonna be. So you're like, okay, so now you're expecting.
So no
you'll
matter,
be
but
like,
it's not saying I'm always gonna be late though. It's just
Wait.
that I'm always gonna have traffic. So if I expect the traffic,
Yeah, but-
depending on my destination, I should be perfectly fine.
That is true. How when we're talking about bad traffic, how bad are we talking?
We're talking like
Like
rush
an
hour
ass.
traffic.
Ass.
Are we
It's
talking
literally like
stuck-
let's say
yeah, stuck.
5 or 6 when you're trying to go into the city, that type of shit.
Yeah.
Word,
Exactly.
like yeah,
Yes,
like
nigga.
That is a little tough.
mean-
I think I'd still pick that because you know what? Even if I'm gonna be late, I'm gonna have tunes on. I'm just like, oh well.
I do. I mean,
you say
music
that until
helps.
you,
Music
you
saves.
say
Yeah.
that
Music,
until you sit in traffic for like an hour.
No. Music saves the day for sure. Roll
It
down the
can,
windows
it
on a
can.
nice day.
You know
I'm
what?
blasting music. They're watching me singing and
to
dancing
be
in the
fair,
car.
when I be listening to like Yeet and some shit, and I'm in traffic, and I be
Sometimes I'll be
I be
bumping
lit.
it.
I think they're gonna do about it.
Hey, no, that's so true. Like, trust me, I'm not like I don't bump it, but nigga, this is every time, nigga.
Plan
every
ahead.
time.
Make a
Even
playlist.
to go to McDonald's, nigga.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there.
Listen,
And now I gotta wait in the middle. Like, I'm like, ah, like
this is why you order McDonald's online. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to. You know what I'm saying? Uber Eats. They're not getting stuck in traffic. It's me. I'm the cursed one. So get that Uber
yeah,
Eats,
literally.
Uber
Nigga,
One. You
nigga
know what I'm
works
saying?
all
Free
around.
delivery.
If you
They'll
got
get
here
here on
work all
time.
around.
I guess
and I'll still have fast internet. Fuck you talk about? And eat my McDonald's.
Hey, technically they would have bad
That's
traffic
y'all
too,
niggas.
though. Technically,
What?
they'll have bad traffic too because traffic is traffic regardless.
Yeah, but you say if I always me as
I think that,
It's us
so.
being
In the
cursed.
question,
Yeah, yeah,
in the
that's-
question, he's just saying in general.
there's always bad traffic no matter what.
Then something's wrong with the world.
Yeah, that would be some wild shit.
Yeah.
That would be some
That would
wild
be
shit.
Yeah, I was just gonna make a point. Like the reason why is because once you have fast internet, which you're gonna have pretty soon here, it's hard to go back. I'm just saying.
No, nigga. I don't
yes.
care. I'm sorry.
Especially-
I won't do that. My hands are clammy though.
Especially when you like I play competitive games. If I have laggy internet, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
That's
Yeah.
facts, but nigga, there's nothing more that I hate than fucking waiting in traffic. And I do even plan ahead. That's why I leave from my sister. It takes 15 minutes to get to my sister's work or whatever. Nigga, I'll even leave an hour early, and it's just sitting in traffic. I mean, I'm not late. It's not like I'm late. Like, I'll even get there early at times. But the fact that I'm sitting in this long-ass, pointless-ass traffic as niggas are starting to heat up around me as I'm jamming, listening to my music, this and that. This nigga on the side of me getting mad, like, trying to ruin my day.
I hate
like,
that shit.
And then you got, it's always the worst time where niggas get in accidents
all I'm
in
saying
traffic
is-
too, which slows it down even worse. So now niggas all gotta merge to one or two lanes.
Grab your stick. Out your window, bitch. I don't know. You
like, that nigga sitting there, as I'm like, in traffic.
And you just turn up the music. Drown out the honk on this dead body.
They play, yeah, I want that Bentley, I want money.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Nah, I'll take slow internet.
That shit's so funny, bro.
I can't deal with
See,
traffic.
it is what it is.
Alright, so I got another one.
Wait, you didn't answer. What would you
Yeah,
do?
what would you?
I'd rather have traffic. I need fast internet, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
It's just, I don't know, man. It's just
Respect.
being a gamer and shit like that. It's like I could not handle slow internet.
Yeah, plus, even now, like, I go through traffic all the fucking time. It pisses me off so much when I when I go to work, it's fine because I take express, I get a little bit of traffic and then boom, I'm good. It takes me like 10, 12 minutes, minimum, you know what I mean? But when I come home,
Nigga.
that traffic be...
And that exit over, like, coming on over here from my house to your guys' house
ass is fuck, bro. It pisses me. It's like no matter what time of the day.
That's why my job goaded. They let me out at 3:15, and I'm literally the start of traffic. I
literally almost got in a car accident on the way on over here because some African nigga sitting in my blind spot. I was like, flicked on my blinker. I waited, kept looking. I saw him a little bit, like nudged over to. There's enough space. Also, I see his African ass self stare at me on the side as I'm this close. I almost rolled down my window and threw this at him. I was debating. I was like, ooh. Talk about some traffic, nigga. I'd rather deal with y'all niggas. Wow, your internet's slow. Guess what? Mute, go outside, go do what I want to do. I'll come back. What y'all niggas say, I didn't hear you. Like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm about to boom the next nigga that's about to touch my car, nigga. Like,
and then what? Yeah, like what?
Well, we're not booming anymore. We're not in GTA.
In GTA. Like, that's obviously what I'm talking about, but like, nigga. Anyways, next one.
All right. But yeah, I hate that shit because like,
Oh my god.
it takes me 10 minutes, and then it's be like a 40-minute drive. It's like fuck y'all niggas. I hate that
Exactly,
shit.
and you have a shitty day after work and stuff,
Yeah.
and you just want to go home, nigga.
Fuck. Where was it? I forgot where it was.
Honestly, bro, you just gotta expect it. And my favorite part is I feel like I be outsmarting the fuck out of a lot of these drivers, at least recently, because I'll be driving in the fast lane a little bit, and there's a car ahead of me. I look to the right, I see a car ahead, because I kind of slowly turn to the right just to see if there's a car ahead on the right lane, if I can pass him. Oh, he's up there, and I'm not gonna be able to make it, so I just stay. The car behind me doesn't see it though, so he thinks he can. He sees a full lane on the right side, gets in it, and all of a sudden that car in front is stuck.
Down, and then
guess
you
what I
look
did?
at him, and you I noticed because I be looking at nigga, I see him on my ass. I'm like, I'm just waiting. I'm like, okay, see his ass.
And the best part, I'm just driving normally.
love that
as soon
shit,
as
bro.
he passes me and I see him get stuck behind, I immediately start almost what's it called? Where I'm on the person in front of me, I'm on their tail to make sure that he cannot get in front of me. And then he has to go right back behind me. I don't give a fuck. I'm on his ass. I'm like,
Oh my god!
and I turn up the music. I'll be like, yes sir, you stuck over there. Look at you trying to pass.
I'm that type of nigga, though. I'm not letting you merge in front of me, bro. I'm not. You're not even getting a chance.
Especially since I got a new car, I refuse to have someone merge in front of me. I refuse it. I'm sorry. Like I had the minivan, sure, but this new car, you are not getting in front of me. I could care less what you're doing. You get over there, it's like, oh, you weren't paying attention. I'm staying on this person's ass. You're not getting in front of me. And he's like, he turns his turn signal on. He's trying to turn a little bit. I'm like, I jump forward just a little bit, and then he swerves to the right. He's stuck, and I'm like,
sorry, nigga.
You know?
But all right, next one. Next one.
Twos
Next one.
get even harder.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
ooh,
Yeah,
I be in a good ass mood.
Next one.
All right. Would you rather be able to speak all languages, or would you have the ability to speak to all animals?
All
languages.
languages.
All
I don't want
languages.
to know what the animals
All
are saying,
languages. Fuck them niggas. Fuck what he just trying to say to me, nigga.
That's gonna be so weird.
I'm trying to game.
Hey, just imagine though, like you could be Caesar in this bitch.
Food. Ooh.
Caesar?
You could be Caesar.
Okay, it depends. Like, are they?
No, like, what do you want me to
Yeah, like, that's like, hey, like you know, imagine like talking to a bird, like you saw that.
He said
nigga?
8
Like,
don't kill 8. Like, I get it, bro. Like, you don't have to keep saying it.
Nigga.
don't kill. Oh yeah.
If you had a close bond with animals like that,
could.
and they were just cool with you like that,
could.
then sure, I would choose the
No.
animal one. But like, animals don't fuck with you on the daily like that.
No,
Nigga, fuck
because
that. You
no
can get
matter
hired
what country I
anywhere.
go to, I know exactly what they're saying. Either
Facts.
it's a threat, they're making fun of me, or they're trying to actually help me. Like, I will know instantly. Hell yeah.
Nigga, you can get a job anywhere. You write down
Sure.
they say check all the boxes of the language you know. You say, you hire, nigga. Yeah,
all
like,
languages.
Yeah,
nigga.
exactly. Like,
Like-
if I had to escape America, wherever
Yeah,
I go,
like,
I'll
nigga,
be perfectly
right.
fine.
Yeah, that is true.
Like,
That
I'll
is
be an
true.
agent.
No language barrier.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It would not be a rough transition.
Sorry,
Like,
Egypt,
you
but
would
I
be
do not
Fluent,
care.
I sound crazy. They'll look at me like, how'd you know how to say that?
That is.
You would have to be like a mountain man to be talking to animals like that.
Yeah,
You'd
I
have
guess
to
that'd be
living
some
in the
forest shit.
woods.
Yeah,
That
that's
would
some
be
forest
having
shit.
Your community.
Like,
yeah, some shit like that.
Can you imagine? But like, it would be so like, yeah, people.
Mute up. Everybody mute. No. I just want to say a racist comment, but I'll wait.
no,
At least you're honest about it.
no.
Yeah, at least you're honest on the pod. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? All I'm saying is, even if you're a mountain man, you can hear every animal talk noisy.
Yeah, that-
Because some crickets, some bugs be making
Yeah,
too
that-
much noise.
Well, I don't think it's
you
more
can't
like,
sleep. Humans at least know.
I mean,
Well,
Like, wrong.
I'm sure there'd be. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'd imagine it's not like you can hear them through walls and shit.
Yeah, I don't imagine
I'm
it's
not saying
like
that, but you
like
can hear
instantly
them.
like from miles away, even like the crickets or whatever. It's not like
Miles
you can
away?
hear them like.
No, but even if you're in the woods, you can still clearly hear a cricket. What
Yeah,
are you
and you
talking
can tell them
about?
to shut up too, because you can.
Shut your
communicate with
bitch
them.
ass
You can-
up.
You can
They're not
tell
gonna
them.
shut up. They have no they have no rules. They have no bound. There's not like a fucking law enforcement. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like, what are they gonna do?
gonna kill your ass.
They're gonna be like,
You is the law for.
But this.
they're gonna keep
Yeah,
talking.
not-
Like, who the fuck is you?
Just
No,
listen, bro.
but not all animals like make sounds for like communication or whatever. So sometimes like who knows, crickets they might not actually use that for communication. Them niggas just making
True,
that
when we
sound
think
just to
about
make that sound.
communication, It depends, because like there's some animals and shit like that.
It's still-
that
it's
Like
still
when
a
a
sound.
when a cat yeah, but that's just being out in general. If I knew all languages, I would still hear those crickets. It wouldn't be I mean, it would be annoying, but like if I could speak to animals, it's not like that nigga's like, bitch, loser, like, you know, like I can't hear that. It's still, like it's still that noise.
Yeah, that would be just the sound they make.
It's like a
not
cat purring. Like that's just a noise they make. It's not like them actually talking.
But
or
it'll be a
anything.
purr, but it'll be him humming.
Nigga, we don't even know how purring even works yet. We don't even know if that nigga's humming or not.
Wait, so what was
Speak
the
to
question
animals
again?
or
No, like was it communicate specifically?
Yeah, speak to all animals.
Speak to all animals.
just so you
so
can
they
speak
can
to
understand
them.
you, but can you understand like?
Why wouldn't-
Because what
I'm assuming
I
that
mean,
you will
can
be able to
speak, so you're
understand.
holding a conversation, my nigga.
I guess.
Yeah, I'm assuming you'll be able to.
All I'm saying is, like, sure, they're making noise, but they're communicating with each other. Like, you know, animals have no bounds. Like, nighttime or daytime, they're just gonna be talking. I would lose my fucking mind if I'm in the woods. I'm just saying. They're not just
facts.
making sound. Like, nighttime doesn't stop a cougar from
Well, I mean,
running
are you-
around.
Are you like constantly in the woods? Like literally.
You
like,
said a
walking
mountain
around?
man.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean
That's the
you're
only people I
constant-
can see.
You're not like always outside. Like you could be inside doing stuff too, and you're not gonna be hearing them then.
And that nigga is.
But that's
definitely
like the
not
same
owning-
thing if I'm inside, someone's talking outside of my door, and I can hear it.
I mean, if you're going to be out there and you're able to communicate with animals, you'd have to assume that you're doing that for the purpose of being able to communicate with them. So that means you're out there expecting to be able to hear it out all the time and shit, you know?
Sorry.
But like, I know I stuttered a lot there.
No. I was not laughing at you, twin.
But like, if you're, I want to kind of try to imagine that though. Like, if I chose the whole animal one and I'm just going through like a normal city commute, how's that going to work?
Nigga, probably like regular. You might hear like a little dog like hungry. Bro, I'm hungry. It's like,
Why you gotta
damn.
go like that? For?
But it's not like it's not like it's
I gotta
loud
take a
as shit.
shit.
Like
I gotta take a shit right
they're
now, bro.
barking
And
or
he just
whatever.
starts shitting, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
damn,
like-
I gotta go.
Like they're barking and it is loud, but that's if I'm like
Give me
right
out.
by them from
Give
a
me
distance.
out.
It would just be like, yo, I'm hungry. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, in the city, sure, that's fine. But I'll just talk about in the woods. Like, they're not communicating with you. They're
Them
communicating
niggas-
with each other. So you're just sitting there, and it's like nighttime, you're trying to sleep, and all you hear is people talking outside like it's a goddamn party every night. I would lose my fucking mind.
I think it would have to be someone who like loves animals to the extent that they study them like that. Then they would want to communicate.
Yeah, but
Well,
the
no,
reason
I
why they
also
love
feel
the
like-
reason why they love them is because they don't talk back.
I feel like, well, no, I also feel
They would
like.
love to though. You got some delusional people out there who would love to talk to them like that.
See, listen.
Have like a pet? Talk
I
to
feel
your
like
pet or something?
no. I feel like it would be like this. If a nigga could do that, I feel like they wouldn't have a pet, and they would obviously live in a big ass or not a big ass, but like in a house and all this shit, yada yada, nowhere near the fucking woods. They probably have a job that goes to somewhere that can speak
Like
to
a
animals.
zoologist or some shit.
So
you know?
they're probably not always around to the point where it's annoying them, and I highly doubt them niggas would have a pet like a fucking dog or something if they can speak and hear that nigga yap all the fucking time.
That would be
Like them
that would be
niggas would
insane.
probably be like, "I'm sorry, I love you, bro, but I cannot hear you speak every fucking second." Like, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. But again, there's no bounds to animals. Like,
That's
you can tell
facts.
them to stop, but they won't.
That is true because they're animals at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're
It
still
is what it
animals.
I
is.
guess you could train them though too.
That is also true.
That takes time, though.
Yeah. But if you're able to
If I had to
communicate
train every
with them, it might
animal
work better,
what
though.
stop means, I'll lose my fucking mind.
But if they can talk to you though, you can be like, "Hey,
Yeah, you
what's
could
up,
be able,
bro?"
You could get
He's
things
like,
across a
"Back
lot
off,
easier.
nigga." It's like, "No, I'm not gonna like. I don't want to fuck with your family or nothing."
Back off! Like, okay, now I'm backing off. Like, what do you want me to do?
No, then you back off, but you just keep talking to him, and then you take
Yeah,
him.
because
Like it's
if
not
you're
like,
able to communicate-
hey, like humans or something like that. That nigga go like his raps.
Okay. What's the next one? What's the next one?
Next one is: would you rather never wait in line or always have a parking spot?
Never wait in line because of DreamCon. Fuck DreamCon
Yeah,
2020.
I take that because a parking spot. Yeah, it sucks for that 5 minutes or whatever, bro. If you really trying to find it, yada yada. But that's not saying it's always taken up. That's just saying like
It's
you
just hard to
guarantee-
find one. Is that what you're saying?
No, that just says you guarantee to have a parking spot anywhere you go.
No. I'm saying like
I guess maybe we're saying like parking spot, like probably like
You
close
know,
to the
you know
door.
how handicapped people
Yeah, I
always
could
have
care
Yeah.
less about that.
You have
There'd
those
be like
specifically
your
for you.
own just for
I could
you
care less
every
about
time.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
I
guess.
would choose
Same.
the line one probably
Same.
because
Yeah.
like I actually like parking further away usually because I don't mind walking and I just like not being next to people.
the farther
right.
away you park, the faster you can get out of the parking lot
Depending on
because it's
how
closer to
parking
the
lot-
exits.
Yeah, depending on how the parking lot is.
Yeah.
So like if I would have to choose the line one just because of that reason because like I typically don't really care having to search for a parking spot. It is what it is.
Yeah, but DreamCon really fucked it up with me with the lines. I ain't gonna lie to you.
that
Dumb
shit-
line.
We had me and him stood in a line
Stay
for Berlizzi's.
Was it family? No, it wasn't family.
It was like a Smash tournament.
Yeah, that was a Smash.
It was a Smash tournament that
they
they were
were
doing, and we couldn't get in, even though we got accepted on your guys' little app. They just started letting anybody in,
Yeah.
And then they just cut
and
it
then they
off.
cut it.
And
We were
then
at the door, and they
We're
cut
right
it.
there, and we're about like we just turned the corner.
Damn.
We saw the door, and then the
They
like,
closed it.
the person's like, "That's it. Yup, they ain't even letting us in no more." It's like,
And I'm like, I'm looking at my phone, accepted.
yeah, we're like,
So how
nigga,
did-
you can't be
You know, you guys didn't even get like at that point. We should have brought the whole homies
Yeah.
with.
That question
but-
is just unfair because of that experience that we had.
That ass,
That
no?
is just-
Yeah, that's
that
just-
is
I would
so
love to throw up a
weighted.
middle finger and pass all them niggas like, sorry.
Whoever your guys' little bouncers and securities are, they need a. You know what I'm saying?
I'm sure they're aware of that
bounce
shit.
on
though.
out of
Oh.
here,
Like,
bitch.
For the most part, I can wait in lines, but if you had to choose that specific like situation, that
In
shit
the heat,
sucks
too?
ass. Oh, I hate
Yeah,
it.
and it's
Dropping
hot.
I
on the
got shit
building.
sunburned and shit. It's like,
Nigga.
Hey, we saw Dante.
It wrapped. It was like,
We did see Dante. That
We
was
did see
cool.
Dante. That was
all the way.
cool. He just pulled up, got out the Uber,
yeah,
just walked behind us.
got
We're
out,
like,
just- yeah, Dante.
Yeah, we're
Yeah,
all,
is that
everyone's
Dante?
like,
Everyone's
yeah,
like, wait, is that Dante?
They could just
He's
chill.
small as hell too.
Hey,
That ass.
he's just
Was
chilling.
he
How tall was he?
He's like
It's about
a little bit taller than me.
Yeah, he looks pretty.
Okay, he's like one of your guys.
When you look at Dante,
It's just
you
on
assume
camera
he's
he
gonna
looks
be
bigger.
short.
On camera he looks taller.
Alright,
On
where's
camera,
the
he
next
looks
one?
short to me. Like I always imagine him shorter than he actually is. Every single time, just because of how small his frame is, really.
The only person I just couldn't believe is Mari. Oh my god. I
She's
thought
short.
I thought she was a regular ass fan because of how small she was. I like saw it, I was like, she looks like Mario. She's like right there, like comes out. I could have easily said something. Nobody was saying anything. I even looked to these guys like after she was like this point already past.
I think I confirmed it because you
Yeah, I
were
was
like,
like,
you
is
look
that
like Mari.
Mari?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like,
and
that
I
looks
look,
like
I'm like,
Mari.
oh, that is Mari.
Yeah, and I'm like, she's that short? Nigga, she is short as a bitch. Like 4'10" type beat.
She's also beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Very attractive woman.
Next.
Would you rather be hunted by a serial killer, or by a police that for a crime you didn't commit?
Haunted?
Police that I didn't commit, bro. Because
haunted
at
or
least
haunted?
somewhere I would get justice. That nigga, on the other hand, is just gonna fucking kill me, bro.
Oh, wait. Can you say the question again?
Would you rather be hunted by a serial killer or by wait that
Wait,
question
is it hunted or haunted?
hunted?
Hunted.
Hunted.
Hunted, okay.
Like,
Like they're
niggas
They're
tracking
coming for you.
Yes. He's tracking you down
Yeah.
to get to your ass. Or the
I'm
police
choosing
getting
the
you.
cop.
Or
I'd rather
for-
get
What was the
shot
cop
or
one? What was the
chopped
cop
up.
one?
Or hunted like you know, hunted by
the cops.
your cop for a crime you didn't commit.
Yeah. Nigga, because, hey, I'll do years
not
behind
good.
Like they
bars.
got a fucking what's it, like a warrant for you type shit.
Nigga, I'll do like a year behind bars, all this stuff. Social media got my back. Them niggas gonna deep dive into my case. This nigga was not it. And nigga, I'm getting paid millions going back home as I'm doing them fucking push-ups. I'm like this, like
Yeah,
$1 million deep.
What was
realistically,
the first one? Who else are we being hunted by? Is it a serial killer?
A serial killer,
A
yes.
serial killer?
Yeah, like
you're
someone.
dead.
Yeah, fuck that. I mean, that's certain death.
because that's not even like exactly. That's first of all, that's not even like specifying the type of serial killer. Like you could get like one that's kind of just like
It could be any.
walking. He's like, oh, he's coming, gotta run. Or you can get like, you guys ever seen Dexter?
Yeah.
That's
That like he's
Yeah.
he's like a gingerhead guy. He works for the police officers, but he has a thing for killing people. He kills bad people, but like he enjoys cutting them up and stuff and hiding all the bodies. Like methodical, very like.
Yeah.
fuck that.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah. That shit's ass, bro. Yeah,
Like you just open your I just open my door. He grabs
Yeah,
me,
I
gets me in my
imagine-
house, lays me on the tarp, and chops me up.
I
Welcome to
imagine-
the game shit.
yeah, literally though, literally.
You know what I mean? Like at least a cop will bang on my door. I can jump out the patio, but like
And plus, if I'm gonna die, like if
serial
this is,
killer
like,
will
if
hunt-
this is gonna end me in just getting fucked up. I'd rather be shot by the cop than be killed by a serial killer because they're gonna take their time. With
Yeah,
that
they
shit.
gon-
I'd
yeah.
rather just be put down. I'd just rather be done.
See, you say that until you see the videos of them niggas riddling them with bullets. All of them niggas. Dum, 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 dum. Them niggas screaming the whole time. The whole time.
Nigga had fast
The
ass.
last one, they like make sure in the head. Like,
that is a horrible.
I'm sorry,
I
but
know what you're
like,
saying, but I'd still rather get shot. I'd still much rather get
What?
shot.
What's
than,
going
like,
on,
slowly
bro?
cut
I'm
up
trying
and
not to
send
laugh
you
my
to
ass
a-
off. That's
that's
what's happening.
facts. But I'm sorry if I see a serial
I
killer.
just heard him empty 3 clips,
3 clips.
That
Hey, he had fastback.
He loaded twice.
and then he said headshot right after. We're talking about cops. Oh my god, that's not funny. That's not funny.
He got the dual mag like.
That's what I'm saying.
nigga from Call of Duty like duct tape. He said like fast
Fastback from Black Ops 2. It's the fucking what's that 3-round burst?
Yeah, the B-23.
Yeah, the zombies, Black Ops.
Yeah, like, oh my god.
Fully accurate.
Nigga,
too.
wind speed cooler, nigga, going crazy.
Oh my god.
Hey, double tap, you know that? And niggas got a rapid fire with that.
He got mule kick too, so he got 3 different types of weapons in his back.
You got the pistol,
Shotgun.
the AR, the shotgun.
And then the AR.
Niggas
And then last but not least, pepper spray.
yeah,
And then he got the nerve hands behind your back.
that's a concussion.
Yeah, and he had the nerve to turn you around and handcuff you.
Kirk stopped
Put cuffs on, put cuffs on him.
We got him. Like, whoa. Nigga, they gonna do you justice. Like, they gonna record all that shit. You gonna slam. Like, okay, bro.
Yeah, after you're already on the ground, they pick you back up.
Yeah. He's not done.
And then be like,
That's my dead body, like, just moving. Stop resisting.
They got it like you know how like they hog tie people where your legs are up, they got a muzzle on you. He's still fighting.
Nigga, like, I'm clearly like riddled up.
After you got rid of a bullets, they still hog tie your ass, put a muzzle on you like you're gonna spit or
They hit you
something.
with a taser too, bro.
Get in there.
Yeah, while you're in the car,
Yeah.
He's moving.
back in the car.
Like,
Close it. I think we got him, bro. No, that ass because we've seen police officers freak out over acorns. Like at this point,
that nigga
you
did a
never know.
whole.
He emptied 2 clips. I'm pretty sure.
He
He
said
reloaded. He reloaded during that shit. And he
Hit
had
the
fire.
barrel roll.
Barrel. He said, "Shots fired!"
Yeah, like
Boom, 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 boom.
Was it like his first week on the job?
I don't know, bro. But who are we hiring? Like, these are the cops. An acorn. We're done, bro.
I thought he had a suppressed sniper in the back trying to quick scope my ass.
He's
like no,
The
man.
ballista.
Yeah,
The
like,
ballista man.
He tried to
dive into the grass. Like,
That's a Newtown, bitch.
come on, bro.
God, bro.
All right, next. All right, last one.
Yeah.
Last one.
Yeah, last one.
Oh my god, that was, I don't know, bro. We might get in trouble for that one.
We will. Okay, no hard feeling. Personal beliefs, like dead ass. Like I know cops can be an iffy thing, but I don't mind them. Like I fuck with them, all that stuff. I respect, appreciate all that stuff. Just don't be a bitch and a dickhead.
Don't be a bad cop.
Yeah, don't like. Just
There's
don't be a
bad
dickhead.
cops. There's good cops
There's
out
good
there.
cops.
Yeah.
Trust
Good
me,
cops out
I
there.
ran into a lot of
I
good
know
cops.
a lot of good
like
cops.
I'm cool
They're cool,
with
bro.
it.
Yeah.
But it's just the bad
And
ones.
there's bad ones that we do see. You know
I
what
know
I'm saying?
it-
But
I
we
know it's
can't all put
everything,
them in
but-
one category.
Yeah.
Right.
It's the same with everything. You know,
That's facts.
like
but
one
it's
bad
just-
person in
It's-
any category can literally make like a whole
It's
like
just
it's the
media.
face. You know?
Facts.
That's just how media works.
Yeah.
nowadays.
But it's just, and again.
No disrespect to
Yeah.
anybody or you know
yeah,
what I mean.
no, this
Yeah.
is
It's all
fun.
jokes.
Yes.
Literally all jokes. Don't take any of this seriously.
Please,
We're fucking
bro.
around
Please,
a lot.
bro.
That's just what it is.
Yeah, it is what
Next
it is,
question.
bro.
It's fun.
All right, this is the last one. Last one. Would you rather never age physically or mentally?
Fucking
Wait,
physically,
wait.
nigga. Not mentally. I want to age
Like
up
so,
mentally.
when we say physically, like you will keep like you could
Big body.
like let's say like whatever your perfect build
your
is that you whatever you feel fit and you love that you would
dream
never
2K
age
build.
from that. You'll stay
Oh,
that. You wouldn't.
that's
That,
OP.
that doesn't mean you'll stay that necessarily, because like if you could get out of shape still, it's just you're not gonna get older. Your body physically won't get older.
Yes,
Yeah.
nigga. Yes, we get
No,
that. but,
that's
like,
OP. I feel like it should be like when you're like 13. That's the max you will grow, and that's what you will look and sound for the rest of your life. But mentally, listen, I'm just saying, like that's. But like, if you do that,
no.
reach to your physical ability to your max, everybody's gonna choose that answer. I'm just saying, like, in terms of a would you rather, to make it a little bit more complicated. Let's say your max potential, if you choose the
Okay.
mental thing, is a 13-year-old body
Okay.
and voice.
Okay.
Do I get to
Yeah.
choose mental? Do I get to choose the mental age? And will that be for like my whole life? So even from
Yeah.
baby to like boom.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll go mental then.
Like your level of
Because, nigga,
maturity, all that shit.
If
like,
I choose something
guess-
like when I'm
Yeah,
like
but you
30,
look like yourself
40,
from 5th grade.
If I look like no. If I had the like,
Wait, can you read the question?
that's not what I was even
So I
gonna
said-
say. Shut up. Hold
So I said,
up.
would
Hold
you
up.
so would you rather age physically or never age mentally?
Never age physically or never age mentally.
Okay, now can I say my thing, please, bro?
Go ahead.
Thank you, bro.
I'm just trying to think of it. I had to have him reread it because I was trying to process it.
I thought you were gonna rethink it out loud.
I just had to like make it a little tough because
Yeah,
everybody
I
would
get
choose
what
the
you said.
mental one
But-
if you got to your
physical he means.
self. Yeah,
He
but like
means
I'm
physical.
saying like
But
we're at a
mental-
certain point where it stops.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. Yeah. So let's say whatever the age, like probably 18. Let's just say 18 because that's that's physically 18 years old.
Okay, well then.
Everybody would still
physical.
do mental then.
Physical, nigga. I do not want my.
Yeah, physical. Yeah. That's
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, me as an 18-year-old, fuck no, nigga. Hell no. See, now, if I could be like 30, have that same mindset, go back, or even 40 when I'm even more like mature and everything, and then go back from like the very start of my life and just apply that shit, like already have just, on top of all that, nigga.
I don't think we're.
I'll be a millionaire.
I guess so.
Like, you
But I
would
was
have the
saying,
same
like-
mind, but you're just be mature, like, oh, that's stupid.
But that's
like,
why I
I'm not
said
gonna do that
13
shit.
because it's a little tougher. It's like you look like a child, you sound like a child, but mentally you're far
Ahead of people, I
ahead
guess,
of
yeah.
people. You know what I
That's
mean?
not hard at all. That's sick.
Yeah. So so you would choose the.
Yeah, I'm saying mental.
I would-
I would choose mental.
The way I
Okay, so you would still look like a 13-year-old and have like the mental capacity
Wisdom of-
as
Yeah.
like a 50-year-old or something
Hell yes.
for the rest of your life.
Oh, for the rest of my.
That's what I'm saying. Like for the rest of your life,
it's
you
for
will
the rest.
always
That's
look like
what
a
you've been-
13 and sound like a 13-year-old little boy.
Okay, so then what? My mental be a fucking be
Yes.
stupid as shit in high school. Nigga, I'd rather just not live that life and just live my
Or
normal
I
life.
think the mental would stop at 18, but like you would physically look different as you get older, but your mental will always be at a teenage.
technically speaking, with the physical one, it's The way I'm perceiving it is like how you physically are. So let's say just body as you are, you don't change, but your mental would age still.
Yeah.
So because of that, you could like mentally just in your head you're gonna still be aging and everything, and at that point it's like why would you want to still be physically there if you're not here? Because you're like imagine you're like senile in the head. But obviously, like your physique.
But you're
fine.
you're like straight minded.
What's the point of having that physique if you're just gone up
body.
here? Like you're just wandering around mindlessly. Like
Deadass. Like I'm gonna be doing a bunch of dumb shit that's gonna end me up in jail. I'm gonna have a nice body, so I can rip it up in jail even more, and then like it's just gonna be a repeated cycle. Because
Who said
I
it's
never
dumb
mature.
shit though? Because
I never mature.
That's actually
because you'll get wiser and stuff. Your body doesn't mature. Doesn't mean your head doesn't.
Body is physical, twin. What are we talking about?
Okay, so imagine it like this. So if you were to choose to not age mentally, then you're basically like your mental is just where it's at. It'd always be like that, but your body would like get older. But your mental would always be quick, be snappy. You're gonna be as
like
quick
I was
as
saying,
you are
like the
now.
max would be like 18 years old. That's as far as you
See,
go
you're saying-
and mental. But like, yeah, you'll look older, but you act like a child.
That's what I'm saying. Like that shit's ass. Like you're.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is if you chose the physical one, you would look like, I'm saying the max would be your 13-year-old body. There's nothing you can do to change it. Your voice, nothing, but your mental over time improves.
Yeah, but nigga, let's go
Past
back.
the 18, past the 25.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
like-
let's go back to when I was 13, nigga. I was 4 foot something, shitty ass hairline, not a deep voice. You can say
you
like
can still get
So,
your
so
hair.
you would
Yeah,
want
you
to,
can
so you
still
would want
say
to be
whatever.
dumb or you would want to have an 18 mentality, but have your body grow. Is that what you're saying?
Damn, I guess if you put it like that, you got me there too.
I would like.
I'd rather not. I'd rather not have that. To be
That's
honest.
what I'm saying. That's
you want me-
it just
I'm
got-
trying to complicate
See,
the question because
right,
it seemed a little
right.
too easy in my
No,
opinion.
not even if you really get down to it though. Even the
I
question
mean, I was
by
even gonna
itself
say
is
mental
actually
anyway,
a lot more complicated than you think though, because you could like not age physically, but like I said, you're gonna age mentally. You're gonna still be old up here. Like you're gonna end up forgetting things. You're gonna end up losing functions and stuff. Just because you're physically set doesn't mean the rest of your body's gonna be there with you. But if you're to do mentally, you will age physically, but you will always be like fully aware of shit. You're always gonna be on top of shit mentally. You're always.
I feel like that would be worse because it's like I look at my body, I look like I can do something, but I literally can't. My body's deteriorating. Like it would freak me out even more because I'm so snappy and quick. I feel like I would feel it way more. Like if I could, if I was an old person that's like on their deathbed, right? They're already like past the point mentally and physically. They're already like, this is it. But mentally, if I'm not mentally ready to go, but my body says otherwise, I'm freaking out.
It's not that you can't be mentally ready to go. It's just that like your mind, essentially, it's like you're able, like when you say.
But you're stuck in an 18-year-old's mindset. That's what I'm trying to say. Like you will
not-
always feel like you're a young kid, even though your body says no, you're not.
Yeah,
And
Well,
you
no,
are
right.
dying.
it's
That's
not like
right.
it's the fact that like it's not that you can't like retain information and stuff. Your mental will have the same capabilities as it does now, but that's it. It's just not gonna like
But
it's not
nigga-
gonna deteriorate over time.
But what we're saying is like, okay, let's say you know all the knowledge you have, or not even you have on the knowledge.
Like let's
No,
say
what the? No, wait. You
try to
have
hurt
all the
yourself
knowledge you
being
have
at
now.
18.
You have all the knowledge you
You
have
can-
now,
no, it's
right?
not saying
But
you
you have the
can't learn
mindset
more.
of an 18-year-old, right?
No. You will always have an 18-year-old
Mindset.
mentality, a mindset.
Well, I'm
it's a
just going off the
child's
question
mentality.
You
It
can,
is, though.
yes,
I'm not
you,
going off
okay,
of that.
yes, you can still learn stuff, but nigga, as an 18-year-old mindset, you're not gonna want to
Look
sit
at-
down and
think about all these
read
other 18-year-old
a whole
kids.
thing of this, or even just think about when you're 18. Like, nigga, what were you doing when you were 18? What were your priorities? Oops, sorry.
I mean, like
Because
Exactly.
that would
It'll
be,
be
your,
that
would be
priority
your
the
whole
entire
focus, your whole
time.
life.
It will never
Your
change.
whole
It will
life.
never
So
like.
what,
You will
your
never
preference will
grow.
always
Is
be
what I'm
like-
saying.
I'm still just like I took the question at just face value, like the way he said it is how I wanted to process it. So
Oh,
when
my
you guys
bad,
bring
twin.
the whole age thing into it, like you're gonna be stuck at this age, stuck at this
See,
age.
no, that's
that's
facts.
a whole different. That's a whole different question.
But I would
That's
still
completely
say,
different.
I would still say
It's not a
mental.
completely different
I would
question.
still say mental.
I'm
I
saying.
would still say
it's the same.
mental.
I'm just saying because what he asked was way too easy of a question. I'm trying to add layers to the same question. It's not a completely
Severities.
different. There's limitations because if you just do would you rather age physically or age mentally? A lot of people will just say mentally. If I can just get myself fit and then that's where I stop, I can get mentally and I'll still look good. No. Let's make it a little more complicated. Let's say you stop at 13.
Well, let's say you just don't look good or you're just fat. Why don't we just say that instead of saying, oh, because you work out and like your strength and now you have the mental? Because shit, I'll still be fat and still have the mental, but
you guys are simplifying it too much though. Because when it comes to the original question, just as is, it's like, yeah, you get to choose, but technically speaking, you can change yourself no matter what. The question's asking aging in general. So like your body would physically age, your mind would age in that way. But if you had to choose one or the other, there's ups and downs to each, and it's mostly down to the aging process. So like, if you had to choose, like you would rather age, like, what was like, it was physically,
mentally.
mentally. If you didn't want to age physically, okay, your body won't grow older, but your mind will, and then you're gonna have to live life with that. You're physically gonna be okay, but your mental's not there. It's not always gonna be there. Now, if you were to choose the other route, you would. You would age physically, but your mind would still be very sharp. It would still be able to retain information. It's not like you're stagnant in that spot. It's as your mind was then.
Yeah, I mean, you still can learn stuff.
If I had to like go to that original question, I would choose mental because like at some point I will die and I'm gonna have to accept that, but I'll have the mind to. And honestly, you'd be famous as hell if you're an old person with a fucking crazy mental.
There's plenty of people that are like that though.
I know people they're crazy. Crazy old smart people.
I just think we're fighting over the stupid things because I just feel like we would always just say the same shit, to be honest. Like at the end of the day, like would you guys all just say mental? Would you say physical?
Keep my physical body and
yeah, but your mental is stuck. I don't know.
My mental would not be stuck. I would want my mental to grow. But I felt like you were fighting against that. That's why I'm confused your answer here now.
No,
because that's basically what I was saying.
He's just simplifying it because we're like, oh, if you're stuck at 13, if you're stuck, like we're trying to add on branches to the question.
I feel
he's
like
just saying the question is just open.
You just said our things were too simple.
No, I said that because it felt like you were trying to like complicate the question when it wasn't quite necessary, in the sense that I think the question by itself, there's layers to it no matter how you look at it.
No. I'm not. Well, the reason why I try to complicate it because y'all said, yeah, you guys can work out to your physical belief and then stay like that and then mentally get old. Like someone said that. No, there was two of you that guys like, okay, well then I'll do mental. It's like
no, your physical wouldn't ever stay the same like that because your physical body would always be changing regardless, but it wouldn't be aging. That's the difference.
Nigga,
so you could get buff or you could get fat, but you're just not going to age. Your body, physically will not age.
Well, there's certain things that you literally like. Yeah, there's older people that look bigger, but their bodies deteriorate regardless.
Yeah, that's age.
Nigga, if you like, mental just wins in so many ways, bro. That's all I just want to say.
And this
like just mental is it. It leads you, cause bro, it doesn't matter what you. It's pretty much like smart versus like attractiveness.
To be fair, I can see certain situations that the physical would reign supreme though.
What, like in sports?
Sports, yeah, literally sports. All athletes.
Justin Jefferson at his healthiest, always hitting the gritty.
They would go crazy with that. If they never age, they would make it bank on years on end.
You're right, twin.
Until they can't think no more.
But guess what? None of us are athletes. We never been there.
You got that point.
So mental, right?
I'm
mental.
an athlete.
I mean, if I had to choose,
would you want to choose physical then?
Yeah, I mean, I would. It
depends on like.
Obviously, I would do mental, but I think again the question was too easy because everybody's going to choose mental.
So then we.
That's why I was trying to
deep dived into it, and then he simplified it, and we start fighting over it, and it's.
That's why I try to complicate it and be like, again, I'm playing devil's advocate. I'm trying to be like, well, no, think about it this way, like. I just thought the question was too easy. All of us were going to say one thing. I wanted someone to say, oh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, fact.
That's basically what I was trying to do.
You had me think for a second, but like, nigga, no.
That's why I said you just stop physically growing and you cannot change your body no matter what. Your voice, your hair, how you look is how you look for the rest of your mental life at the age of like 13 or 14. You know what I mean?
Wait, which route are you taking then? Or is that mental? So you age mentally in that one?
I would still age mentally.
That would be.
It still looked like a kid, personally.
That would be really interesting.
That's what
That's
I
what
was
we're
saying.
saying.
But
But
you
That's
still
what I
wanna
was
go that
saying.
route.
Because it's a different question.
And then now look at you. Now you're like,
Yeah, but
that's what I was trying to do.
I know. I
it's
wanted to
still
answer
the
that
same
question
route.
specifically. It's.
Yeah, it's still the same route, but I'm trying to play devil's advocate so you sit there and think about. I didn't think about it that way because again, the question was too easy. How many times I gotta
Yeah,
say
but, like,
that?
I get it. But
We
it's
all
just
said mental
still-
immediately.
Nigga, athletes are already, especially the NFL ones, already have the mindset of a child because they
Yeah, I mean, duh.
they have CTE, nigga. So let's end the podcast.
CTE. Let's look at Antonio Brown.
Yeah, like
That's all I have to say.
pretty
I
much
don't know
brain
who that
damage,
is.
my nigga.
Yeah, it's
brain damage that makes
Too
you,
many
like,
collisions to the head makes
cannot
him a little
think.
cuckoo.
Concussion shit. And
Yeah,
stuff in there.
makes him a little weird.
Yeah. But anyways, well, that was fun, man. That was fun. Thank you for that. You know, we definitely might.
We'll definitely
do
do
need more.
more.
Dibble dabble, dibble dabble.
Sorry, being a rant on.
No, I wanted this. This is
Yeah,
why I
I
wanted.
didn't mean to like start a fight.
No,
No, I'm not even trying to.
No, I know, I know,
I'm just
I know.
trying to explain what I was doing, and you went back, and I was like, no, stop. That's not what I'm.
I know,
Yes.
it just felt weird because like I wanted to like stay on like the question itself because you wanted to change up the question because you thought it was easy, but at the same time I felt like there's angles you could take with the original question that would make it not quite
Not
easy.
really.
I mean, there is,
Exactly how you
There
said
is.
it, I still would say mental. Like it doesn't even like hesitate. You know
Yeah,
what
But
I'm
I
saying?
can see plenty of instances when people would choose the physical option.
Yeah,
And
and
it's
then
the
I'll
only
look
one
at
in
them and I'll
sports.
giggle. Like,
I guess it does. It really does come down to like physical activity and shit. Like, are you like military type shit too? They would, they would grab you up.
It's true. I mean,
You would be
there's
a super
there's-
soldier
Yeah,
at that point for that shit.
it's true. But
you
then,
wanna
like,
be
you
like
would probably
that.
get yourself killed in battle because
yeah,
your
because
mentality
your
is a
mentality
fucking.
is low as a rock, nigga. Like you're like, yo, track on.
Well, no, I'm talking about like if you chose the physical route.
Oh,
Like,
you keep
never
your physical.
aged, you could like. Just
Oh, you could be
that-
like a
that
general
guy.
as a 23-year-old
You would
young
be that
man.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You would be
that
like
guy.
Terminator
That's
out
a
there.
great
I mean,
ass.
that's fair.
You would be that
Look at
guy
that.
if that was
Look
the
at
case,
Ethan.
bro.
Then it's just the
thinking.
wrong crowd at this point.
It really is.
Yeah.
It really
But
is.
yeah, but I answered my shit, and you're not gonna change my opinion, bitch ass nigga. So go ahead and end it.
I just felt like if we all answered mentally and we just had to like, yeah, that's it. Then that's the end of the last question. I wanted to like
You wanted,
spice
like,
it
a
up.
finale. I see what
Yeah,
you
a
mean.
conversation, bruh.
Which we still had.
Who's losing?
Mavs. It's like 42-61 or something.
Good shit.
I don't know.
I said the Celtics was gonna. They were already looking crazy.
63. You know, I was shitting on
Fuck
the
Luka.
I was shitting on the Celtics and everything. I hope they win out of this because just the Dallas spawns. I want to see them go away.
The Dallas
exactly.
And then
All them
It's just-
Kyrie fans. All
I'm
them,
one of them. I'm one of them, bro.
yeah, all them stands.
but you're not a spawn though because I've been around you, so I like know you're not
That's
a spawn.
true.
But
He's
these
always been a
niggas-
Kyrie fan.
These niggas been in Vikings jerseys. They've been in disguise, nigga. They took it off.
Yeah,
Once
they
their
just
team's
take off
up.
the jersey and there's
It's
another.
like,
one.
he said, oh,
Once
that
the
team's
team's
not
up,
winning? Okay.
Wait, they just won it.
Yeah, them niggas, bro.
That shit is crazy, bro.
All right. Oh, we gotta do song of the day. Is it? I
me.
think it's me.
It's actually me, bitch ass
Sure.
nigga. I know.
Yeah,
And I'm not gonna lie, I'm not to be that person, but there is someone very, I want to say special, but like special in a way, not that important. But he is dropping an album for the first time in 5 years. We were just talking about him. He's dropping his album tonight. Ski Mask. The
Hey,
Slump
was
God.
he? No way he's dropping that shit tonight.
He's dropping
bro.
it tonight at 11
What time?
o'clock.
What time? 11?
So niggas are staying up.
I'm saying.
Forfeited by Serious Boy.
All right. That's
What?
the song of the day.
Forfeited by Serious Boy.
Forfeited.
Forfeited by Serious Boy.
Yeah.
I'm not putting that song in there.
End the video. I'm really hungry, bro. I've been hungry.
All right, man. All right, man. Solid
This whole thing
pod.
was crazy. But yeah. Well, with that, thank you everyone
I'm
for
not
watching.
putting that song in there.
For sticking along for
Oh
this.
God,
long
I'm
as
not
you
putting
have.
that song in there.
I still would like to apologize regardless that the last pod was not as long, but like we just didn't have the time to get back to it, and plus we did end up losing, so like what was the point type shit. But
Exactly.
regardless, like I said, thank you for sticking along. Also, real quick, if you guys have any would you rather questions or any questions for us in general,
Also,
put them down below.
also answer what you guys think with the would you rather questions. as well.
Yeah,
I would
we
like
wanna
to hear your
on this.
opinion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Even if you're just playing devil's advocate, you don't actually believe in that. Just give like that side that we did not see.
Go ahead and fry me. I want to cry. Like,
What?
We're not saying that.
no, I know.
They're not gonna fire you.
Yeah, no one's gonna fire you. Today.
What? That's why I'm saying like double.
Comments are funny though. Some
Devil's
of them are so
advocate, that's
bad.
what I
I'm just
think.
like, I'm not even gonna respond to your dumb ass. You know what I mean?
I wonder what video you're talking about.
There's plenty actually. It's a feet people. The
Mention.
Kendrick Lamar. They didn't like what I had to say on there either. They were kind of going
They just
crazy.
call us country.
All I said was laugh, and then the rest of the people started fighting, and I was like, you know.
Damn.
Whatever. All right. he's getting pissed. So,
Dude, I'm hungry. I've been telling these niggas I did not eat all day. Nigga, it's about to be 9 o'clock. I'm ready to eat.
Didn't ask on God, I didn't.
All right.
Yeah. I get it. Everyone, please remember, at the end of the day, we all got something to say. So go ahead, get to it, and just talk.
Get down
Have a
to
wonderful
it.
night.
You fucked it
I
up.
say what I want to say. I don't gotta say that. Whatever, bro. Get out.
He says that like it's my problem that he couldn't eat. Like, he had all this time in the world to grab a snack.
It'd be like that sometimes.
Waiting out front of my landlord house with a Drake cause he gave me a 4-week notice. I'ma walk into my op stock under my armpit like a